You kidding? He'd be
Okay.
sitting there like, I wish I could play.
All right, we are officially recording. Welcome to session one of HeilStrung Academy, guys. Uh, Real quick, just introduce yourselves and the character you'll be playing. Starting with Lynn, you can go first.
Right, I'm playing Somri Warwick. She is a half-orc knowledge domain cleric.
Angela?
I'm playing Aurora Storm, and she is a Fallen Azamar Tempest Domain Cleric.
All right, Brian?
My brain went totally blank there. I am playing Theodoric Radish. He is a halfling light domain cleric.
And then finally, I am the no, just kidding. Go ahead, Jared.
I am playing Dorman Lantor, a gnome wizard of the Theurgy domain. Not really, it's an arcane school, but then within that, you pick a domain, and that domain is grave. So, I mean, it's somewhere in there.
Just say Grave Wizard. How about that?
Grave Wizard? I'm a grave wizard. That sounds dope as heck. That's way too cool for me. Right? I can't be playing a grave wizard. I'm playing a lame wizard who studies theurgy.
All right. And I am Jordan, and I'm the Dungeon Master and the Story Weaver for this evening. As you guys know, we are recording these first few sessions to possibly see about streaming later on, but that's more infomercial for people who are not yet listening right now. So welcome to the Deadlands, a world full of mystery and wonder, monsters and mayhem. Our story starts. We see visions of all of your individual backstories a little bit, of you growing up in your individual towns, some of the things that formed who you are as a person to want to come join HeilStrung Academy. We see maybe you survived a town being attacked. We see maybe a mysterious stranger says, hey, you've got the grit. I need your grit at this school. Maybe you were visited by a mysterious deity that says, hey, follow my path and follow me to HeilStrung. And we see various visions of your time at the school so far. All of you have been there for a number of years, some of you more than others. We see Dorman, you and Somri are deep in studying the library, a little bit friendly competition going on. And then we flash and we see Theo and Aurora in the Radish garden, just talking, laughing, being jovial. We have another flash and we see Aurora laughing and smiling, walking down the halls with a rose-pink tiefling, just having a grand old time. We flash again and we see Dorman. You get a surprise visit from a sister of yours who is an alumni of the school. We also see that Somri has a little trouble with a surprise arrival a few times at her time here, causing trouble, and it's all well known that out with Somri, someone's about to pop out and ask for a fight at any given time. So that's a well-known fact. And as the days go by and you all are on your study classes, it's just a normal day, and all of a sudden you hear a loud explosion and the ground shake around you, and I need all of you right away to make a sanity check, please.
Now our modifier for sanity is +2 currently, right?
You're at a 16, so 12, 3, +3.
+3, okay.
Yeah. And you guys can do digital dice or real dice. I trust you for now.
You'll learn to regret that particular decision.
I don't know, guys. This die is really weird. I just have rolled a nat 20 every time. I got an unnatural 20 for my sanity check, though.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay.
I also had an 18.
Okay.
19.
Okay, so you guys feel this explosion. You hear it, and somewhere in a disembodied voice, you guys hear, "Find them! Put them down! For the Raven Queen!" And hear a voice disembodied shouting incredibly close, "Hey, I've got one over here!" And all four of you feel this constricting grasp on you, and you feel like you're starting to shake. And then all of a sudden, all of you but sit straight up in bed right as the beginning of the day. Seems like the beginning of any normal day at HeilStrung Academy. And as you begin to wake up, you hear the you hear the magical sounds of various birds. You all would know at this point that HeilStrung Academy is inside a mountain in an abandoned Dwarven city, or Dwarven town. And so there's magical enchantments to make the days and times seem like they pass like normal. There's magic enchantments for sunrise, sunset, daylight, nighttime, all that stuff. Magical sun begins to beam in through your room as you hear the magical birds, and all that is cut through by the sounds of the all too familiar, oh god, quick notes, I forgot his name, Victor von HeilStrung IV. And you hear his loud booming voice come over the speaker and go, "Good morning, faculty, adventurers, mystics, and mages. It is another glorious day at HeilStrung. It is also Assignment Day, the day those of our bright-eyed and bushy-tailed heroes are given their weapons of righteousness to help vanquish evil wherever it may be. They are given the signature armor of HeilStrung to protect them from those who wish to do them harm. And they are assigned a fellowship of like-minded pupils, because it is dangerous to go from these walls alone. Assignment will begin after lunch. Before the first bell of this morning's classes, can I please see the following students in my office? Somri, Theodric, Aurora, and Dorman, please make your way to my office as quickly and post-haste as you can. Thank you, and we'll see you all soon." What would you guys like to
Theo
do?
was definitely asleep for like all of that. He stayed up really late. I stayed up really late. One of my radish plants was like on edge, and I was trying to get him through kind of a tough time. And so I went to sleep like maybe 20 minutes before this announcement. And
That's what I was going to say. With what you guys, the hay for the Raven Queen, you guys shot up out of bed like waking from a bad dream. You're all in
Okay.
cold sweats, basically.
Gotcha. Apologies.
No worries. So what do you guys like to do? You're
I
all in
brush-
your own rooms.
Yeah, I make sure to get up and I brush my teeth 22 times.
Okay.
I think Theo just kind of starts getting ready for the day. You know,
Okay.
I don't have any special things to do to get ready. I just kind of toss on some clothes and desperately hope they're not the ones from yesterday.
Perfect.
I'll get dressed and go down as quickly as possible. I don't want to be seen as tardy at all.
Okay. You
I'll get dressed real quick, brush my hair, and pretty much straight out the door.
okay.
Yeah, after I finish brushing my teeth, I select one of my amazing vests and make sure I've got like my quills in order and all of my papers I need, and I will after that kind of hurriedly scurry down the hallway.
Okay. Perfect. You guys quickly make your way. You guys all meet basically right at the entrance to HeilStrung's office. This isn't the first time you guys have obviously met. You're pretty familiar with each other, but let's go ahead and see what everyone looks like for the day, shall we? Go ahead, Somri.
I am wearing. Did we discuss if the school has uniforms or not? Or is
They
it
do,
just-
but you guys just haven't got them yet.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm wearing a basic pair of pants, basic shirt. It's nothing any like fancy, but well made. Yeah, and I have a gold necklace, but it's tucked underneath my shirt. You can just see the outside of the chain.
Okay. Hairstyle.
Oh. Space buns. Space buns.
I like it.
That's what that was. Someday I'll put
Gotcha.
my hair in space buns.
All
and
right,
that'll be it.
Aurora, what does everyone see as you approach the office?
Just a simple, a simple dress. Looks like it's form fitting. Basically, it's form fitting, and it's just a simple like a white dress. My hair is pulled straight back into a high ponytail, but my hair falls well past my waist.
Okay. All right, Dorman.
So I've got on a nice, like kind of a sweater vest sort of vibe, with a nice pocket in the front. Definitely like a little tie peeking out of the front. And then just sort of like regular, kind of well made, not super fancy, but a little too formal for this occasion pants. And similarly, the same kind of vibe for shoes. And then importantly, big, thick, round Coke bottle glasses that make my eyes look just enormous behind them.
I love it.
Is it just like you can just see the pupil?
Yeah, it's truly like just full wide-eyed.
I love it. I love it.
That's amazing.
All right, Theo.
Theo, I run up, still trying to get my boot fully on. I'm just wearing kind of regular standard clothes. My knees are pretty dirt stained from all of the kneeling in the radish garden. The jacket that I'm wearing is way too big, so like the sleeves are pretty regularly falling over my hands, which very conveniently hides the pockets that I have inside the sleeve where I store a couple radishes just to be on the safe side. So sometimes when you see my hand pop out, I'll just be holding a radish.
Okay, perfect. You guys all meet in front of HeilStrung's door, and the door opens, and what you see before you is a very stout filling of the door frame, built half orc, gray hair, kind of like the Mr. Fantastic gray on the sides, and a little salt and pepper on the top. His bottom fangs are very weathered, not like he's filed them, but that they're old. But he still definitely looks like he could easily win a fight.
This
And
guy
he
sounds
sees-
hot. Putting it out there.
Yeah. Any chance I can
Wow.
make like a perception check on like, is this guy like
Does he
attractive?
fuck? Do you want to see it? You can give me a perception check to see if he fucks. Already with the
We're
stuff.
already here.
No,
I
no,
don't
I'm
need a
not.
perception check to know he
I'm not
fucks.
saying I want to sleep with this dude. I just want to check.
Is a
6.
available?
6. You as you're like hopping up to the door, you like skid into his fucking barreled chest, and you just get this waft of pure manly musk that reminds you of the fresh rain over radishes.
I am.
Oh,
I don't want to say that I'm turned on, but I'm maybe
Oh my.
like paying attention now.
Okay. And he doesn't budge either. You guys just see him just stand there as put. I'm not even gonna be able to do the voice now because that threw me off so bad. I gotta remember it now. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna use my normal one. Oh good, you're all here, yes. Let's see, Samri, you first. Come here, real quick.
all right. I'll walk on over.
All right, he pulls you into the office, closes the door. Samri, you've been here, what, 3-4 years now, yes?
Yes. 3.
Perfect, okay.
Yeah.
3 years, all right. I must say, you've excelled incredibly here. Have you liked it? Have you liked your time here?
Thank you. It's been absolutely wonderful. I feel very prepared.
Perfect. Everything lately been totally okay? No. We've had some students reporting trouble sleeping lately, and we just want to check in on the mental well-being of our students.
I'm doing well. There has been some, probably anxiety, so vivid dreams, but nothing
He kind of looks you
terribly out of the
dead
ordinary.
in the eye. He's like, look, half orc to half orc. Like you can tell me the truth. I'm your friend. That's Principal. Okay. I mean, I'm not a principal. I'm a headmaster, but you understand.
I do. If it was anything that I was worried about, trust me, I would let you know. If it happens again, I'll let you know. It just was a vivid dream that woke me up. But
Okay.
with my past, it's things can happen.
Understand. Also, I must say, try to keep your rage in check. I know that friend of yours has come to visit a few times. I don't know who she is. I don't think she's a student here, but I don't know every student. I only know some. So, very well. Can you send in Miss the other Miss Aurora, please?
Of course. I'll leave, and Aurora, you're up.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
turn.
As soon as you walk out, I ask if he said anything about me.
Not you
I go in.
specifically. No.
Damn it.
As you walk in and close the door behind you, you see kind of his jovial look that he's kind of had on his face kind of change a little bit. Not necessarily the smile doesn't leave, but it's definitely shrunk a little bit. Miss Storm, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm
Good.
um
Good. You've
sleep's been a little rough, but I'm doing all right.
Oh, really? We've had a few students come to the old HeilStrung here and admit some troubling dreams. Do you mind? I'm willing to talk about it real quick if you'd like. In fact, that's actually why I called you here.
Well, I just remember somebody saying that in the dream was the raven, something about the Raven Queen, and I don't know, and I just woke up shortly after that.
You see him step a little closer. What? Can you remember anything else? And he's very intent, like on the fact you said Raven Queen.
Honestly, the Raven Queen name's the only thing that really stood out from that.
Did you see any images in your dreams?
It was all a blur. It was just I remember the scream, the Raven Queen, and then I was awake.
Okay. Why don't later on you visit Professor Durbert to ponder more about these dreams?
Okay.
And if anything else, and he kind of puts his hand on your shoulder. If anything else comes to mind about these dreams, please do not hesitate to tell me.
I will. I'll let you know.
Thank you. Can you send in Mr. Reddish, please?
Okay. And I'll head out. Theo, your turn.
And as you're like leaving the door, he'll yell out, "And don't any of you leave just yet. I'm not done with all of you."
Okay. Hold on. That was a particularly large one.
I was so hoping like Theo was eating a radish as he walks in.
No, he was. I was eating a radish. I just forgot my microphone was muted, so you couldn't hear the excellent sound effects.
Okay. Mr. Reddish, good morning. And you seem a little bit more jovial. I see.
Once again, it's radish.
I never tire of this little quid pro quo we have. It's amazing. Now, the reason I called you in is you've been here about, I believe about 5 years now, and it's about time you get out up on the road. He is just talking over you, like just totally.
Sir.
Now, listen, the adult is talking here, Mr. Reddish. I understand you halflings kind of like to be the center of attention, but I am the one talking right now.
Okay.
Now, like I said, you've been here about 5 years, and every year, the last 2 years, you have passed up to go on your assignment day. Now, today, that is not going to happen. Do you understand me?
I have no memory of these occurrences, but I understand the words that you're attempting to explain.
Perfect. So that's a yes. Excellent. Now, also, have you had any troubling dreams lately? We've been getting reports of students being plagued by nightmares, so we want to kind of make sure that there's no weird dark magic or dream monsters about. We take our student safety and mental health very seriously here.
I mean, I'm no stranger to loud, mysterious sky voices. That's happened more than I thought was going to happen in my life. But there's something about a queen of some sort of monarchy. I didn't have a chance to ask any specific questions about it, and then there was like a really tight hug afterwards, like less of like a like an enjoyable hug and like kind of a let go of me hug. I can show you if you'd like.
Oh,
I
no,
step
thank you.
forward and try to hug him.
Oh, he like puts his hand on your face and does that like little brother, big brother thing of like holds you back.
Sir, I can't show you what it felt like if you don't let me get close enough to hug you.
It's all right. I understand what a hug feels like.
Okay. Have you had a chance to do any more research into my question about where the 3 spikes and the 3 spike island are? I
That
still haven't been able to find them.
Well, hopefully you haven't been looking because leaving these school walls is strictly forbidden until after assignment day and graduation.
No, I haven't been leaving, but they're obviously not in the school, and I
Well, of
can't.
course not.
I can't.
It's not Tri-Spike HeilStrung Academy. We're on Tri-Spike Island, my dear boy. Now, that sort of question would be for Professor. Oh, what is his name? His name always escapes me. One second, my dear boy. Let me
It's
look.
the
Mr. Professor Trapper will be the man to ask about that.
okay. I'll go ask him again.
Perfect. Now, speaking of these dreams, real quick, before I let
Yeah.
you go, does the phrase? Some of the students have mentioned they've heard a particular phrase in their nightmares. The phrase when twilight ends, he awakens." Is that ringing a bell by any means?
I feel like I maybe wrote this down on a leaf somewhere, but I can't find it in my pocket. So I'm going to say yes. It sounds extremely familiar, and I've definitely heard it many times in the past.
It's he kind of looks at it, he's like, if you don't remember, you can just be honest with me. It's okay.
I have no idea if I've heard that phrase before in my entire life.
And he kind of this big, just kind of half work hand kind of pats you on the head. That's okay. Thank you for taking your time, and as always, it is a pleasure to have you in my office, Mr. Reddish. Now,
Thank you.
if you
I'm terrified of you, by the way. Just
it's
the
okay.
whole time.
I'm a friendly guy, and he smiles real big, and you just kind of see his gnarly ass teeth with one
I
of them
don't know
being a
how to
gold
feel
tooth.
about this moment. Can I please leave?
Yes, please send in Miss Dorman, please, and then when he's done, I will call all of you in.
Okay, thank you. And I back out, and I kind of half close the door, and I turn to Dorman and I say, "Okay, have I wet myself at all?"
Oh my gosh.
No, you look pretty good. Actually.
Okay, you're up next. I'm just
Okay.
gonna have a sit. Okay.
Oh yeah, you do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah, no, I'll go. I'll talk to him. Don't worry
Okay.
about that.
You're still one of my best friends, Dorman, and I want you to know right now.
Wow, my mom was like so worried when I came to this school that I wouldn't make any friends, but I'm really glad that I met you. So thank you. That's very kind.
I can't imagine getting through this life without you, and I'm pretty sure I've only known you for like I don't even know.
Yeah, yeah. I
Anyway,
mean,
you're up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go in. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll warm him up for our group talk, I guess.
We're having another cut. Oh God. Okay.
I strut in.
I'll pat Theo on the shoulder saying it's okay.
Mr. Lantor, prime pupil and resident scholar here at HeilStrung Academy. How are you today, my boy? And he pats the chair right by his desk. So here, sit down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I climb up onto this chair really awkwardly, kind of half fall off almost, and then manage to turn around in it and finally sit back just in a real slouched, frumpy way. I mean, I'm pretty good. How are you? Are you doing? Are you having a good You doing good?
Oh, I am doing great, my boy. Are you a little stuffed up? Do you need to see the nurse?
Oh no, I'm doing fine actually.
All right, perfect. Because we are inside of a mountain, so I understand. Musty and caves and stuffed up sinuses and all that. I get a runny nose once in a while.
I actually really like caves, and old books and stuff are super.
Oh, good old book smell is the best smell. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I love smell of old books is
Oh, agreed.
That's
Agreed.
what it's.
If I
That's what
could
it's
bathe in
like.
old book smell, I would. I would
Oh,
take a I can't even think of the word whore bath, right, of old book smell if I could.
do you think they make like a cologne, but it's like old book smell? Because I'd wear that. I think that people would really like that. Because I'd really like that. So,
I am going to talk to our potion maker here at the academy, and I think you're onto something there, dear boy. Now, the reason I
okay.
called you in is you've been with us what 6 years now?
Yeah, exactly. And like 5 years and like 224 days actually is the exact
Oh, okay, perfect, perfect.
number.
Well, so unfortunately, I do have to let you know. Uh, Today at assignment day, you will not have a choice to refuse.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you need strong people like me out on the field with
Yes.
adventuring and stuff. So I'll.
Well, as you know, is our policy. Every three of our mighty cleric adventurers must get a intern slash tech student to travel with them as well, in case they die or learn of new ways of dying, all sorts of stuff. It is
Right.
furthering your internship, essentially, is what it is.
Okay. Sorry, I brought a juice from the I swung by the cafeteria. Is that okay? That I
Totally
brought.
fine. You know whatever you need from there's fine.
Okay.
You've practically lived here forever. You're
Okay.
literally the student that's been here the longest. Most leave after 2 years. And yet you and the other ones have been here like twice as long. I don't understand it,
That's
but I
right. I
appreciate
like it
it.
here. There's a lot of books.
True.
I've read most of them, but well,
Speaking of books, actually, our friendly librarian, who I'm sure you're super familiar with, has said he actually found some interesting research on the tome you've been talking about lately, or it may have been Somri who talked about the tome. I honestly, I get you two confused. You're always in the library together. I think maybe it was
yeah.
actually Somri, but
Well, it's probably that we look so similar, actually.
exactly. I mean, are you sure you're not related somehow?
Yeah. Well,
Could
who
you be
knows?
cousins? I could see you
Probably. I
being
mean,
cousins.
I think I have a little bit of half orc in me.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Let me see your best half orc growl. Perfect. Oh, I'm terrified. Oh, good. Now, before I call the other of, I don't. Do you call them your friends? I don't want to be rude if they're not.
I would say. I mean, I don't want to presume anything, but I would say they're like my best friends, kind of.
Perfect.
So, like, other
Awesome.
than the librarian, I'd say they are like up there.
Perfect. Okay. Have you been okay sleeping? A few of your best friends and a few other students have mentioned trouble sleeping. I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Well, the other day I accidentally stayed up reading for like 48 hours, so that was. I mean, I didn't sleep very
I,
well.
I'm talking about in particular last
Uh,
night.
yeah, no, I had like a weird dream. It was all weird, but they talked about the Raven Queen, who I really don't like very much. I mean, the people who worship the Raven Queen, their views on death very not cool. Like it's not very culturally sensitive the way that they approach that thing. So, not a big fan of that.
Well, it's. Did you see any weird images associated with hearing the Raven Queen called or anything like that?
Um, they said something about like, well, they're gonna like take something or someone. And then
Interesting.
they said they found some, and then I felt like a constricting sort of, like when you can't breathe like all the time. It kind of felt like that, but worse.
Okay.
And then, I
Okay.
woke
Okay.
up and I was sweaty, and that was uncomfortable.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
sweaty is very uncomfortable unless you're reading a good book and you're sweating from reading a good book. So now,
yeah, it's
uh,
hard work sometimes if it's like a big book and you have to walk across a table to like flip a page.
I
Get a
can
lot of
imagine how
steps
your
in.
vertically challenged stature could make reading big books very hard. Uh, well, I think that is all. Like I said, I got to inform you that you are unfortunately not going to be able to skip out or call in sick about assessment day or assignment day. Uh, I will be sad to see you go from our fine institute. But let's
But
go
you'll
ahead.
love to watch me leave. And then I fully get up out of the chair and strut out of the office.
Mr. Lantor. I hope you're not totally leaving and you're just going to grab your 3 friends.
No, I was gonna go. Yeah, I was gonna get my best friends. Actually,
Perfect.
That was
Bring them all in.
sorry. I thought that was like a fun little. But
I appreciate the jest. I appreciate it very much, but there's a time and place for such jokes.
oh, this is not one of those times. I misread the
Correct.
situation. That's
Okay.
on me.
Okay.
My bad.
It's okay. Maybe talk to our librarian and pick up a social etiquette book, just as a refresher.
Yeah, that is one of the very few books that I have not read.
It is actually quite a riveting read, and it's just your size, actually.
Oh, it's probably like a pocket journal for
For me, it's a
regular
pocket journal. For
size
you, it's
person.
a novel.
Right. Okay.
Perfect. Please bring everyone in.
I knock on the door from the inside.
I'll open the door very tentatively, like.
Is it okay if I? Oh wait, no. Sorry, I got that mixed up. You can come in actually now. Is what I. You're supposed to knock when you come in the door. My bad. Sorry, we were talking about social etiquette. It's a whole thing.
It's okay, Dorman. We all make mistakes.
Come on,
Dude,
Theo.
that
Let's go.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Now that I have you all 4 here, first of all, I want to say I won't, you didn't hear it from me or anything, but take a look to your left. Take a look to your right. Not counting myself, everyone else in this room is your assignment adventure party.
It's
You
really
sure you don't wanna come with
convenient that
us?
you called us all down here then at the same time.
Oh my god, that's dope. That's what the cool kids say, right?
I don't know. I'm far too old to be considered a kid. Now, unfortunately, I cannot go with you. I have a school to run, Sorry. As much as you wish there
It'd be
was.
exciting.
You're right, it could, and it would remind me of the heydays of my youth, being nimbly and bimbly in the treetops and on the plains, and swashbuckling with the best of them. But unfortunately, I cannot do that. Now, as I said, you did not hear it from me. We still have to go through the whole, oh, will they, won't they, be a group thing after lunch. But I just wanted to let you folks know that you're looking at your group. I like all 4 of you. Some more than others. His side eye kind of goes towards Aurora at the end of that. Grant, I could add you roll for that, but it's fine. He's not exactly the most subtle type. But I feel, you should have a head start. I feel you've kind of enjoyed your time here, and I just want to make sure that you go with the best foot forward. Now, as you know, assignment begins after lunch, where you will be given your weapon that we ourselves have made for you and crafted to fit your personality perfectly, as well as the HeilStrung uniform that you wear as you go forth and spread the influence of HeilStrung and spread our reputation far and wide as you do nothing but good deeds throughout all of the land here in the Deadlands. Now, that is all I have on my part. I suggest, let's see, he kind of looks at an hourglass on his desk. Oh, yes, you have about 30, 40 minutes to kill until your first couple classes begin. I believe you all are in the same class, at least now, which is toxicologies of magic potions and such. Personally, I think it's incredibly boring, but I'm not going to tell you to ditch. Basically, figure out what you would like to do, and I will see you all in the arena after lunch. Now, get out.
That whole time I was looking at my 2 feet and trying to decide which one was the best foot to put forward. I couldn't figure it out.
The whole
It-
time I was wondering if you were maybe talking about me as being the one that you liked more.
Give me a perception check real quick, actually. Or insight or perception. I'll let you decide.
Uh,
I think
I'll do.
they're both the same base skill, I think.
Yes, but I have proficiency in insight, so that's a 24.
You can tell that you're right smack dab in the middle of who he likes most. You're not on the worst end, you're not on the best end. You're right in the middle. You also
I'm so much in the middle that I'm practically unnoticed.
you're like the middle child. You
Oh.
Oh, does that hit you in the heart there, Lynn?
No, I'm the oldest person.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But
You also do pick up that
I am the
Cor-
least favorite.
you are able to pick up too that your arguing with him a little bit this morning kind of changed how he felt about you. So you guys all leave his office. He doesn't slam the door, but swiftly shuts it behind you. And what would you guys like to do? You know, you have the toxology and potions class coming up here shortly. You've been given the lead about possibly learning more about the island at the moment. And you've learned about possibly the librarian having information for yourself, Somri. Or Dorman, I guess, was the one that told that the librarian has stuff for Somri. But other than that, what would you guys like to do?
I am going to see if I can find Alucard and then go talk to Professor if I have time.
Okay, which professor do you want to talk to?
Durbert.
Okay, so
Sherbert.
Durbert is his name.
Sorbet.
Okay, so you're wanting to
it.
talk to the librarian. Okay. All right. Does anybody else have
I'll
something
tell
different?
Samri about the book. It just
Okay.
there's I think the librarian has a book for you.
delightful.
So that's always fun. I mean, that's super exciting.
Yeah. I'll be sure to figure out, go get it, and I'll bring it to class and we can just look through it. You know.
That's so, oh my God, that's like totally breaking the rules.
Look, we've read enough about toxicology. We have enough knowledge to go between us. We'll be fine on the test.
You're right.
Hey, Theodore, do you have any radishes on you? I forgot to grab breakfast. I just thought maybe.
I shake my sleeves and at least a dozen radishes fall out.
I'm going to grab a handful. Thanks so much. And then head over to the library.
Wait, hold on. Before you leave, I just wanted to tell everybody I'm really excited to be working with you all. I think it's going to be a great opportunity. And I'm going to use my inspiring leader thing and give everybody 4 temporary hit points.
Fun.
It's like, I just want y'all to know that I care about you and that, you know, if I have to jump in front of like a fireball or something, I know I'm small, but I'll try.
I'm walking, but I'll turn behind me and be like, it's going to be great. I'm excited too, but I've really got to get this book.
Okay.
Really got to get it.
Okay. And then Dorman.
I probably I will. So the headmaster recommended I go check a book out of the library too, on social etiquette. And seeing as we're about to go into like a big ceremony, I'll probably do that. Theodoric, if you want to come with me, I could. I'm sure you seem like someone who knows a lot about social etiquette, so you might be able to help me like skim the book and kind of like point out the important parts.
Listen,
at this
Dorman,
point, while you guys are having this conversation, I'll just Aurora and Somri have kind of already started going down the hall in the same general direction. They've already kind of turned the corner a little bit while you guys are having this conversation.
Listen, you know that I would literally do anything for you. At a moment's notice, anything to continue to be your best friend. But I have to go talk to Professor Trapper. If we're leaving soon, I have a couple questions, but You look over that book, and I promise I will help you decode whatever secrets you want to know.
Okay, that sounds good. Say hi to the professor for me. He's also one of my best friends.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to try to not feel like I'm in a competition with him.
Give me, Theo, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Oh, jeez. 30-20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You, even though you've been incredibly new at the school, less than a year, despite what all the professors seem to think, you have kind of a knack for kind of remembering where you're at. Like you make sure to note like this office is on this hallway because it's kind of intimidating here, and you know you don't want to get lost, and especially with being under a mountain, you kind of made sure to get your bearings pretty well. So you pretty quickly are making your way, and you know from where you're at, you'll make it to the professor's office in about 20-ish minutes. And then we'll cut over to Somri and Aurora as you both are walking down the hills here, or walking down the halls, kind of going back and forth. Somri, I'm assuming you just seem like you're kind of focused on getting right to the library. You're not too worried, and you know exactly where it is. You kind of, as you're going, you bump into someone. Do you look up at them as you bump into them, or are you just kind of looking down and focus on where you're going?
I'm focused on where I'm going.
Okay. You bump into him and you keep walking past, and you just kind of
I'll say sorry. I'll be like, oops, sorry, my bad.
Okay, and you hear a voice just kind
Can't
of
get in
say,
any more fights.
you kind of, as you're going at a pretty quick pace. You hear just the faintest voice say, "Oh, no, please, excuse me," and keep going. If you want to, you don't have to. You can roll me a history check.
I want to.
Okay.
It's a 12.
All right. The voice kind of tickles your memory, but you think it's probably just a student you've run into multiple times. And you dip around a corner, and Summer, you're about half a hallway length behind, Aurora, you're about a half a full hallway, couple like corner or so behind Somri. And as you're walking, you watch as around a corner comes the familiar faint rose pink tiefling, all that you are all too familiar with, and it is Alucard. And he says, "Ah, Aurora, darling, I've missed you so much. Can you believe it's already about to be first class of the day?"
Oh, I know. I had to meet with the principal.
Are you getting in trouble again?
No, not this time, but we are getting the entering upgrade, basically. So
It's assignment day. That's right.
yes.
You know, I regret refusing my first assignment day. I wouldn't even be here right now if I didn't refuse it. I'm so happy you're going. You know that?
I do very
It's
much.
so good for you to be out on your own and make a name for yourself.
Yes.
Unconcerned about the restraints of your father and all of those people back home.
No, I know. But yes. It was also, I had a strange dream last night. I have to go see the professor. I have Deribert, and talk to him about it as well. But I wanted to find you and let you know what was going on.
He kind of steps a little bit closer as he kind of grazes his hand across your cheek. Please don't let any foul dreams ruin your day. After all, it is just a dream.
I'll try not to.
Good. And he kind of kisses you on the head and says, "Now, I would love to walk you and escort you to the professor, but I unfortunately cannot miss toxicology class." Or no, wait, what is today? No, I do not have toxicology class. I have weapons training today, actually. I will see you some point throughout the day, as you know. Busy schedules for all of us.
Yes.
But I promise I will be at assignment to
Okay.
watch you in all your glory.
Okay. I will see you later then.
Perfect.
And I'll go and give him a hug and then a kiss on the cheek and tell him bye.
Perfect. You guys part your ways, and he gives you a little pat on the butt as he continues going about his way. You go ahead and also give me well, no, you've been here long enough. Survival check when it makes sense for you. You you kind of weave and wave your ways around, and you come up on the. Okay, you both were going to see the librarian, right? Yeah, all three of you were going to see the librarian. Okay.
We're just in various stages of getting there,
Yeah.
I think.
What sort of pace is Dorman moving in when he decides to go to the library?
I think probably in the pace that he does everything, which is not quickly, but he's moving as fast as he can.
Okay.
And it's truly like he is small, but he's like almost running through the hallways.
Okay.
Like holding two just papers. Like you're like, why are they loose paper? Like where did he even get those papers? They're
okay.
Yeah.
So you've so you're not too far behind Aurora, really, or you're further behind Samri, but as you're weaving the corners all too familiar, you turn around a corner and you just watch as Aurora kind of turns a corner in a hallway. Not seeing anything in particular. It looks like all the students are kind of already basically in class, and before too long, you wind up at the library. You see Aurora and Samri are already there. But we will cut back over to Mr. Theo as you find yourself at the office of Mr. Professor Reginald Bon Trapper, the head guild historian. As you guys know, after you graduate the academy, you automatically become a member of the guild. At least that's what they told you on day one. And he's also the head professor of history here at HeilStrung Academy. So you're standing outside of his door.
Okay. I immediately just push my way into the door. And
you hear as you open the door, you hear just a clutter and crash and fall and oh! As you watch and you see a ladder fallen over, books scattered, and you see a thin and wiry nimble tabaxi on the ground. He's all black and fur. He wears kind of a suit with a little vest and tie, all black fur except for a white circle around his eye that gives him the appearance of a monocle. And
is he on the floor on his back?
Yeah, like you knocked him off the ladder.
Perfect. I run up to him. I cast the light cantrip on my hand and hold it above his face, and I just start yelling, "Where are the three peaks? I need to know where the three peaks are. I've been asking you for months."
What's your armor class?
12.
So just hits. You just watch as you right as you turn on, you start yelling this black tabaxi fist come and just hit you in the chest. Now, dear boy, don't do that. I've told you not to startle me. What? Calmly, please, calmly and collectively and help me up for Christ's sakes.
Okay. Do you want the lit hand or the unlit hand?
You can unlight your hand, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. And I help him up.
Perfect. He kind of is dusting himself off. He starts picking up some books, and as you look about yourself, you've never actually come to his office before, or actually have you in your less than a year time?
I think every time I would have accosted him about the three peaks, it would have been out in the hallway, or in the cafeteria, just anywhere where I would have seen him. This is the first time I've been to his office.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a real quick perception check, actually.
Okay. Oh, I got a nat 1, but I'm a halfling, so I'm going to re-roll it.
Perfect. Oh, yeah, you got to deal with that fucking trait. Awesome.
Well, I just got another nat 1, so... Not this time. Fate has declared that I have blinded myself with my own lighted hand.
I'd like to think that when he's over, you're just burp, oh god! So yeah, all you don't see anything out of the ordinary except you see him grabbing some books. Now, Mister, I'm changing his voice here. Don't hate me. All right, consistency is my domain. Now, Mister Reddish, what is it you are rambling on about?
I'm so sorry, I can't see
Uh,
the three.
blink your eyes a couple times, boy.
You just look like a big black blob, like a cat-like blob to me.
Well, you're kind of on the right track. And now, please blink. Ask your questions because I believe you're going to be late for class.
Oh, I just. Why is it called Three Peaks?
Well, because there's 3 mountains. I figured that was covered in orientation. I figured you would have seen them as you approached the island.
I was told I had already been to orientation and they wouldn't let me go, so I don't. Listen, I'm just going to go to the library. Thank you for your time.
Very well, Mr. Reddish. Now, please, I don't have time for any more frivolous questions, Mr. Reddish. Now, I hope to see you at I know I will see you at assignment, won't I?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Now, go on and get. I have some books to study.
Okay. And I step out of his office, and between shining myself in the face with the light and just being thrown backwards, am immediately lost.
Okay, I was totally gonna let you find the library, but you could totally be lost. It's okay. So we jump to the library. Summary, you're there. You walk in. You are all super familiar with the library. You know it is a very round room. Kind of in the center is the desk where the librarian usually is, with a round desk, and the bookcases kind of sprawl out from it, essentially, kind of blossoming open like a flower. And above the desk, you actually see knowledge causes all to bloom above the desk. And you take a minute and you kind of take in the library where you feel most comfortable. Surprisingly, you're surprised that you've felt comfortable in a library. Because being a half orc growing up where you grew up, you were on more of the industrial side of things, more in the rough and tumble side. Treated maybe not necessarily because of your brains. So you just take a moment to appreciate the peace and tranquility that a library does have to offer, and all the knowledge you've happened to learn too. And while you're doing this, Aurora as well as Dorman kind of. Okay, yeah, no. Who put that on Spotify?
What are we listening to?
God damn it! Sorry. So my lovely wife and partner are listening to Spotify at their house at Sugar House right now. No. My Spotify.
Mine.
They'll get the idea. Okay. Is it playing now? No,
Heck
God
yeah.
damn it. Okay.
Is
What
there
a vibe.
any chance, like, I don't want to retcon anything into this, but is there any chance at all that I could accidentally stumble across a secret passage that I will never find again and kind of fall into the library while everyone's reading their books?
Roll me a percentile dice.
Ooh, I like this.
I love that.
That's on brand. That's
13.
So that would be a 13%?
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
don't know how percentile dice work.
Yeah, I'll say. I was gonna say there's like a 20% chance. So you were 20 or lower. So yeah, I'm assuming that's how that shit works.
Sure.
So yeah, we'll RP that here in a second.
Well, I definitely, upon entering the library, like any sense of urgency that I had to get here is suddenly gone. It's like, okay, calm, collected. It's time. I have entered the library.
Okay.
I've entered.
Okay, you've entered.
Entered the library. This sacred.
Okay. As you're
dominion
kind of
knowledge and books.
as you're kind of standing in there, Like I said, Aurora and Dorman kind of catch up into you, almost bump into you.
Probably.
But Dorman is actually totally used to this because he does the exact same thing every time. So he comes in and kind of steps to the side of you just instinctually. And yeah, you guys see the library is actually incredibly empty at the moment. Oh my God! Quit chicken. Oh, hold on. I am about to text them and be like, "Give me the fucking Spotify."
What if, and I'm just brainstorming here, but what if we rock out to their music?
I can't hear it. That's the thing.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Oh, I can hear it.
I
I
can
know.
too.
We've got some nice bongos going on here.
Bonkos.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, those trills.
I want
So-
ambient D&D music, okay?
Well, what you have is bongos.
Well, it's ridiculous. Is our partner Jeff has Spotify too? So like, listen to your own fucking Spotify. Just say it.
I love that.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna do this one. Okay, the library's incredibly empty. You don't even see the librarian at the moment.
That's fine. I know exactly where the hold is for books that are being held for people, and I totally held myself behind the desk.
Okay, give me a perception check.
I am all about it. Ooh, 8.
You don't see anything in the hold for you. You look through, you see a couple books for Dorman. You see
I'll pull him
book-
out and call him over. These are yours.
You see a book for Theo. You see a book for Aurora, and you see a book for a few names of students you have no idea who they are.
Okay, well, I'll pull out everybody else's books
Okay,
and start distributing them and wait
perfect.
for the
Okay.
librarian.
While you're doing that and everyone else is kind of lost in the library, we'll jump back over to Theo. Theo, you're kind of still blinking and kind of trying to figure your way around. You're kind of taking a corner here, taking a corner there. Surprisingly, not really bumping into anybody, but it's getting incredibly close to class. So you're assuming they're all in class, and you kind of take a minute and you lean against the wall, and you feel a little click as the wall kind of gives out, and next thing you know, you are just tumbling. And we will.
Me and a bunch of radishes falling down some
Yeah.
path.
Yeah, it's very much like a slide. You're just tumbling head over heels. You're pretty sure there's a loop-de-loop in there somewhere, but you're not sure. And we will jump back to the library.
I think I obviously have the system by which they organize books fully memorized.
Perfect.
Which means that I'm gonna look exactly where I know I'll find the social etiquette book based on its okay, so the category is of this, so obviously it would fall under this, but then the letter of the author would be this. Okay, so it'll be right over here, and then I'll scurry over and get that.
Okay. As you make your way exactly where you're going, I wouldn't even make you roll for it because you definitely would know exactly where it is. I like to think, basically are the library's assistant teacher aide at this point. And as you are kind of winding and weaving, you kind of forget for a second how maze-like all these bookcases are. It seems like to all of you who have been in the library before, that have spent some time wandering the bookcases, that it almost kind of seems like a maze almost of sorts, and that the room is deceptively larger than you would think. It almost feels like you could easily get lost in here forever from the amount of knowledge that this academy has. But you find it pretty easily. And as you turn a corner into one of these aisles, you see the all too familiar shape of Mr. Herbert Durbert, the school librarian, which you're all too familiar with, is a young in body, old in mind dwarf, fiery red hair, big red beard, as he's starting to kind of sort some books away.
Hey there, Herb. How you doing,
Doorman, the Doormaster. What is up, buddy?
Hey,
Slap me some skin, brother man. Oh yeah, take it to downtown. He holds a hand down. Up top, side to side, and he turns his hip like you know exactly what you guys are doing. You do a little handshake. Now that he's kind of hold on. I need it. And he pulls out an inhaler real quick. And, oh, that's too much activity for me, cool cat. Now, what can I do for you here in the knowledge throne?
Well, okay, so I mean, I know what I'm looking for. I'm getting a book on social etiquette. The headmaster said I need it for some reason.
Oh, he's a square cat. He's a jive turkey.
He
don't know nothing about no social
Full
etiquette.
handshake. So
Right,
he
like,
must- yeah, he doesn't
He
know.
be jelly. He just an L7 double square. You know what I'm saying, cool cat?
Yeah. Oh, I'm picking it up.
You picking up what I'm laying down, baby doll.
Yeah, the thing you're laying down, I am certainly right now. I'm picking that right up.
That's why I like you, doorman.
So, my friend, one of my best friends. I mean, you're one of my best friends, but like one of my best friends, Sabri, is looking for a book, and the headmaster said,
Oh, yeah, she's been questioning me all about this weird stuff she saw when she was a little tiny half orc, and I finally found some research for her. So we'll all go talk to her here in a minute. Now, you know where the book is you're looking for, I assume.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right, slap me some skin, brother. Oh, cool cat. Stay jive, turkey. And he kind of walks away, and you kind of see like, give me what's your passive perception?
13.
Okay, that's high enough. And plus, you spent so much time with him. You kind of watch, and he kind of shakes and shimmies like he's got his own groove in his head. And you swear for 1 second as he turns a corner, he kind of does like a John Travolta Staying Alive spin, and like kind of points like disco, and keeps walking. And at this point,
is like so cool.
I know. I'm the coolest one here. He keeps on going. We're back at the center desk with Samri and Aurora. As you guys, Aurora, the book you were handed is just called "Calming the Storm Within." Author unknown.
Right.
And the subtitle is "Techniques to Quell the Rage Inside." And after, are you guys chatting all, or?
I'm sitting behind the desk still in the librarian's chair, just like reading something that I found in somebody else's hold that looked interesting to me.
Yeah, I'll be just kind of looking through the book while we're waiting.
Perfect. Before too long, you kind of start to hear this clutter and clang and bang and groans and moans, and just kind of off in the distance. And then before too long, you kind of hear skitty bop bop doo da, skitty bop bop. I love books, guys. Skitty bop da doo da da. And before too long, you see Herbert Durbert coming around the corner. Samri, cool cat, lady, jive, turkey, mama jamma. What are you doing in my chair?
Waiting for you.
That's what I like to hear. Well, I have some info you've been asking for. Now, about that tome you've been asking, he kind of looks around. Miss, I don't think I know you there, you tall glass of water. Referring to you, Aurora. Because I feel Aurora hasn't been in the library too often.
No. Well, she'll look at herself like, tall? Okay.
Well, I mean, everybody's taller than me except for Cool Cat Dolman and a few other people here. As you can see, I am vertically challenged, but that don't mean I can't shake and cut a rug. And he kind of does a spin and grabs his junk, kind of thrusts it a little bit.
The principal told me to come see you, Professor.
Oh, well, why do you send you my way? I mean, it's cool. I appreciate the company. You know, I don't get much conversation here minus Dorman and Samri. And while I love the conversation, it ain't just hip all the time. And I need some hip new convo.
It's due to dreams that I've been having.
Yeah. Do you want to interpret them? Do you need to stop dreaming? Do you want to have lucid dreaming? We have a whole bunch of sections. I need you to narrow it down for me. Are you wanting to talk about the symbols you may have seen, or are you wanting to unlock past memories with your dreams?
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, you think about it real quick while I talk to Samri.
Okay.
We have
Thank you.
plenty of books on dreams. So once you figure it out, I can point you in the exact right direction. And at about this time, you hear that thump, thunk, thunk, crash get a little bit closer. Samri, oh yes, about that book. I believe you were asking about this weird tome you saw when you were a wee little halfling, or correct?
Yes.
Now, see, there isn't much. I couldn't find too much about it. But what I do know is, from the writings I've found, it seems to be rumored that it is an ancient tome far before any written language we have today even existed. Uh, and that it possibly may have been to those. I personally don't believe they ever existed, but that race of beings called elves. Believe it's kind of tied to them. But all I've been able to find in all my research is it's very, very little rumors about the thing. No one's actually seen it before. So I'm kind of inclined to believe that maybe you haven't even seen it.
I know I was young, but that doesn't mean you get to just dismiss what I saw. And it's okay. You don't have to believe me.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. It's just it's hard when this tome has literally disappeared from existence.
I know it's really
and,
fishy, but
and all this. Now, is there anything else you can tell me? Maybe any symbols you've seen? Any sort of weird happenstance that happened with it? Anything like that?
I definitely do have a symbol that I was hoping you could look up.
Oh, perfect. Now let me slide me some of that symbol skin, sister.
I'll draw it and pass it to him.
Okay, he looks at it. And you see, give me an insight check, actually. And Dorman, if you're still looking for the book, that's fine. 11. Okay. If you, no, never mind. Ignore me, Dorman. Aurora, you are welcome to do an insight check if you would like, if you think she's paying attention right now.
Okay. 22.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's good.
So, Samri, all you see is kind of what you know of Herbert is he's always kind of jovial anyway, but you kind of see that him seeing this symbol kind of kicks it up a step a little bit, just a little bit, not enough for you to fully register it, but like you can see like maybe he's just excited that it's something new he hasn't learned about yet. Aurora, what you see kind of as you're thinking about dreams and whatnot, see, you did insight, so yeah, you see that he is literally shaking, and I mean visibly shaking with excitement at this symbol. Like he's almost in a furious sweat of joy. And he's starting to, you kind of see him racking his brain. Like it's almost like his gears are fucking broken. And at that time, just a flood of radishes and the body of Theo come crashing down right about 5 feet away from the desk as he snaps, turns. And now, what in Jive Sam Hill's going on here?
Am I currently face down on the floor?
Yes.
I'm gonna pick a radish up off the floor and eat it.
Aurora?
Theo, are you okay?
I'm having one of those days again.
We'll fix it. I start gathering up radishes.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
I needed to talk to the professor.
Okay, just keep doing that. I'm gonna just be here for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna get these for you, and then I'll talk to the professor when he's done with Soma.
Okay, you're like one of my best friends. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Has Dorman rejoined the group by this point?
Yeah, I think I've turned the corner around one of the bookcases, and I'm now kind of reading the book as I walk, kind of.
Okay, perfect. Now, Theo, you are a pretty cool cat, Mr. Reddish, if I say so myself, but this barging in, spilling these atrocious vegetables all over my floor is not a cool cat thing to do.
I promise it was an accident. My jacket carrying system doesn't really handle whatever just happened.
Well, hopefully you get some sort of bag to hold all that stuff at some point, because, you just can't be jiving with people's mojo like that.
I know. Listen, okay.
He reaches behind him on the desk, still also looking at the symbol in his hand, and you see his hand kind of pat around, and he feels a book, and he's like, here. He hands it to you while you're literally a handful of radishes, and it's a book that says Confidence. Be like the radish, resilient and strong. I think this is right up your alley. Now, read it twice, read it 3 times, and read it a 4th time before you turn it in.
It's only like 4 pages long.
Then read it 12 times.
Okay.
There are some awfully big words in there, and I understand you have some trouble with those.
I don't want to talk about that.
That's okay. We still offer reading classes. I'm surprised you haven't learned how to read in the 5 years you've been here. Now, summary about the symbol. I don't know anything right now, but I will gladly research it and get back to you.
Okay. Do you have a timeline? I'm going to be leaving soon, so if you can get any information for me.
I will have some sort of info for you before you leave on your official assignment adventure.
Okay. Thank
Perfect.
you.
And he sets the paper down that you drew the symbol on, and he kind of starts grabbing some more books. Now, if you excuse me, aren't you all a little late for some toxicology class or something?
Shit.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
I would hate to report you on assignment day. I know,
Okay.
sir.
Actually, here's the thing. I was actually I'm part, obviously because we're best friends, part of the tech school. I was helping these students do a research project.
That's right, Dorman. How could I forget? Of course, you don't have to study toxicology. The other 3 of you get to scooting.
Follow me, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
I'm sticking with Dorman.
I'll hand
100%.
Theo the rest of his radishes I picked up, and I said, Professor, I need a book I need the book to figure out why I'm having dreams of the Raven Queen.
Get out. You know we don't have that type of literature in my library. You are harshing my mojo. That's just all the wrong vibes. You know we don't teach about that forbidden heresyist in this academy. The only school that does that is that rival school that I am too flustered to mention the name of right now. Partly because maybe I don't have the name of it right now. But
would you be willing to tell us a little bit more about it for some lightly fallen upon radishes?
You know I'm allergic to radishes, Mr. Reddish.
Okay.
So you're lucky I don't see this little attempt of yours as a way to kill me.
Oh, no, I had no idea you were allergic to radishes. What about another offer? I know that you're constantly walking around this massive library. Your shoes and feet must be in terrible. I have a cobbler's kit here in my bed. I'm happy to fix your shoes for you.
He kind of looks up at you, or
Walking amongst the books and.
Or no, yeah, I guess dwarves and halflings are kind of like same size-ish a little bit. He kind of looks down at you because he's kind of a taller dwarf. Are you insulting my bowling shoes?
No, I'm just saying you could feel like you're bowling among the clouds.
All I can tell you about this school, and this is some free advice for all of you jive turkeys, is do not trust that school. Do not trust appearances from people that say they studied at that school. They studied the forbidden ones. And that sort of heresy is not allowed here at HeilStrung, let alone out there in the Deadlands.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was just told to come talk to you about it.
Well, I may... Now that I think about it, I'm sorry, I just get a little flustered when people talk about the Raven Queen and some of the forbidden ones. It kind of just harshes my mellow, if you know what I'm saying.
It's okay.
I do happen to have one book. I will have it sent. I'll have it delivered to you by the end of toxicology class.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I got to go find it real quick. But like I said, don't fret none about the Raven Queen. Don't focus on it. Dorman, you already know far too much anyway, despite what I've told you. The rest of you, have a lovely time. Dorman, if you would like to, you don't have to. Depending on what you think you would do right here, go and give me a perception check.
Sure.
Actually, never mind. You wouldn't, height, stature-wise, you wouldn't even be able to see it anyway without it being without visibly trying to do it. So never mind.
I'm gonna walk out with the three of them, and once we're out of sight of Herbert, I'm gonna say, Sabri, I think some of your pretending to be the librarian is rubbing off on me, but I'm gonna write you all a hall pass so that you're not late.
Yes.
Perfect.
So,
right.
And I'll do that.
Do you have any sort of calligraphy kit or anything?
I mean, I have just pet quills and paper.
Okay. But you don't have which I'm going to let you do, but I was going to say, if you had a calligraphy kit, you can roll for it with advantage here. But give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, this can't be the first time he's forged us a note out of class.
I'm going to think for Dorman it probably is.
Yeah, I don't really normally do this sort of thing, but it is assignment day. So
he does it for himself all the time to check out restricted section books. But a hall pass is totally different.
I got a 16.
And that's is that with your modifiers?
Yes.
Okay. You whip out a couple pieces of paper. You kind of take a minute as you guys are walking, so it's not perfect, but you kind of know what sort of hall monitors may or may not be patrolling the hall, so you're pretty confident.
The hall monitors are super good friends.
Yeah, exactly. So you hand them out, and they're pretty good. There's a few minor spelling errors. You've spelled the letterhead where it normally says HeilStrung Academy. It says HeilStrung Academy instead.
Dorman, I keep telling you, it's HeilStrung with a U.
Oh my God, that's very embarrassing. Let me just... I'll put an umlaut.
It looks worse now.
I'll put an umlaut. They'll think it's a cool... That's a cool person thing to do, right?
You've actually spelled Theodoric's name completely right, including radish is right. You spelled everything. There's a couple little small semantics errors with kind of the wording, but nothing. You're pretty confident. You guys begin to make your way down to your toxicology class of potions, and as you're going, you feel all of you now. Give me a perception check.
Keep rolling single digits. I got an 11.
11?
19.
Okay.
I got a 14.
14. Brian, Mr. Reddish, 5. Okay, so Theo, you are just like looking at this hall pass like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, I'm gonna get caught. They're gonna know this is a forgery. You're just kind of freaking out a little bit, and still kind of flustered from falling through the trapdoor. You don't really
It
feel
hurt real
anything.
bad.
Yeah. Samri, you got an 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of feel for a brief moment, just ever so slightly, like a little bit of a shake, like the ground shaking, but you kind of brush it off as like, oh, I tripped over myself. Dorman, what did you get?
14.
14. You also feel a little bit of a shake, a little bit more. You're pretty sure it's just seismic activity in the island. You know there is a volcano on the island, or at least you've studied that there's a volcano not too far from the mountain range that you're in. So you're pretty sure it's just that. With a 19, Aurora, you feel like a earthquake status shake, and like I mean, it makes you kind of stop for a second and look around to see if the walls are crumbling down. And that's all you have with a 19.
Okay.
I was almost gonna give more, but I'm like, not yet.
Damn it. Okay.
Because these DCs aren't totally made up in my head as we go. It's all written down and prepared in the wonderful Explorer's Guide to Eberron Academy.
Oh.
They like the full circle there.
Phew.
As you guys are weaving away down your halls, you following quickly you're already a little late for class, but you do know that the potions professor doesn't always pay super close attention. You can maybe sneak in to be unnoticed. And as you're going, you run smack first and kind of do the whole little first person runs into him and train runs into everybody. You see a very, very stout built human with just a plain looking human, nothing too special about him. Hair kind of shoulder length, kind of gruff looking, mean attitude. Oh, we got some ditchers, do we? Hall pass.
I'm gonna hand mine to him and be like, if I was ditching, I just wouldn't have shown up.
You see his mind thinking, like, trying to get that logic.
Here's mine, but yeah, I wouldn't be in the halls if I was ditching.
As I hand him mine, can I flash the light cantrip on my hand again to try to blind him just enough so that he can't really tell what he's looking at?
Give me a performance check.
Oh, jeez. 19.
Oh yeah, you kind
Amazing.
of do it. You do it a little bit, and he's looking through. He kind of is gathering them all up, and you put yours like kind of shove it directly over the other three, and kind of have it light up. And he's like, oh, and he kind of like starts rubbing his eyes, drops the hall passes, and starts rubbing his eyes.
I'm so sorry, guys. That was so much brighter than I thought it was going to be.
It's okay, Theo.
You hear him kind of say, "Oh, when I can see again, you're so getting punched."
I immediately hide behind Aurora.
Yeah,
Do I
no,
know this guy?
I'll just
Do
say
what, Dorman?
Do
Sorry.
I know this guy at all? Like, do I know his name?
Go ahead, Aurora, with yours real quick.
I'll just say no, you're not.
You hear him reply to you, Aurora. You just hear him, oh, and he keeps opening his door, and you have no idea who this guy is.
Well, I'll just leave the hall passes here for you, and I'll escort these students to their class. You get to look those over in a second. Don't worry, I'll make sure they get to class and are properly punished for being out of class. Without well, they have a hall pass, but you should have been to class on time. That's what I'm saying is true. Right.
You just see him rubbing his eyes, still kind of grunting. You see the rubbing on his eyes starting to slow down just a little bit.
let's get out of here. I leave a couple of radishes on top of the hall pass as a peace offering.
I love it. You guys quickly leave. Make your way to toxology class. It's class you're all. Do you guys want to try and sneak in or just walk in?
Do we absolutely have to go in?
Not really. It was just going to be like if you entered, it was going to go to kind of a montage.
As we get close to the door, I'm going to turn to everybody and be like, do you guys want to go in? I'm not great with potions or toxicology, and I didn't bring any of my notes today because I thought that interview with the headmaster was going to take so much longer. And also, I can't actually be sure if I've ever set foot in this class before, because this door does not look what I thought it was going to look like.
Look, I feel very confident in my potion making skills, personally. But
I mean, I already took toxicology like 4, so like I'm just taking toxicology 1 as like a like I skipped ahead of it. So, but like I kind of am like running out of classes to take, so I had to like take one that I skipped over just to like fill out my schedule. So, I mean, like I'm pretty comfortable with toxicology overall. If you want to borrow my notes, I have pretty extensive notes on all of it.
I mean, I will do literally whatever you guys want to do. All I've had today and yesterday is radishes, and I kind of just want to go to the cafeteria and maybe get like some eggs.
Okay, if with me being here 4 years, wouldn't I have already taken toxicology? Like
That's a
what?
good question. It's more of you've taken different aspects of it. All of you have kind of touched here and there on it. It's not so much with the curriculum of the school is it's like you take this first, then you take this, then this, then this, and this. It's more of maybe 1 year you kind of focus heavily or more on this. 1 year you take more on this. Blah blah blah. And the toxology class, Dorman has taken multiple times. The only reason for that is he's constantly bringing up new information to everybody about it, so they have to revise the class all the fucking time.
that's
So
amazing.
so finally they know that this is his last year that he can ever fucking say anything. So this is the set class. Everyone has to take it this year, or everyone, if you're about to be assigned, you need to take it this year because it's not, this is the year to take it.
I'm going to skip. It's our last day. I can do whatever I want with impunity.
Neuritis.
Gonna do it. This is probably the first class that I've skipped other classes.
Okay.
But not a lot.
Okay.
Oh boy, I mean,
And life on the edge.
yeah, that's pretty.
Give me
pretty cool.
Does the cafeteria have eggs?
One way to find out.
Have you been to the Have you eaten only radishes since you've been here?
Summary.
No, it's mostly just food that I find.
Give me a sanity check.
Oh.
When the DM throws a check that for some reason you have no idea why.
18.
Okay, you're totally fine. Jared's face is like, what the fuck?
Why didn't you just, could you just give me a death saving throw real quick?
You're now in
don't worry
Mortal
about it. Just
Kombat.
A death saving throw.
All right, so Samra, you're gonna ditch.
I am. Absolutely.
Theo, you're not gonna go in either, right?
I'm all about them eggs.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sanity check as well. Anyone who's not going to potions class.
I will probably need to take the class, so I will
Okay.
try to sneak in, actually.
Okay.
9.
Okay, so you got a 9 on sanity. Theo, as you turn to kind of walk to the cafeteria, you just feel all of a sudden this incredible anxiety wash over you. And you're not sure if it's the hunger or now, side note, this may seem a little railroady, but I promise there is a story purpose for this. Okay. If you would have passed the check, you would have been free to do whatever you want. I promise it's for story, it's not for railroad. You feel this just horrible anxiety kind of, and almost like as you try to take a step, have you ever had that kind of like where your leg's super asleep and it just will not move?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That feeling washes over your entire body.
Oh,
Like
I
you can't
have
even
to
make
go to
any
class
sounds.
today.
Like you're not even able to audibly. This is all taking in place inside your mind. Kind of everything kind of drowns out for a second, and you just you almost feel like, I'm trying to think how to describe this. You almost feel like for a second a twang of pain in your head as something like a synapses blips or hurts, kind of like a pinched nerve almost goes off, and you just whip around and instantly change your mind, and like that fast.
Am I cognizant of the fact that my mind has changed, or do I feel like I have changed my own mind?
You feel like you've changed your own mind.
Well, on second thought, let's go to class right now.
I thought you wanted eggs.
Class is the most important thing to me in this moment. And I walk over to the door, open it up, and walk in.
Okay.
And as I walk in, I just announce, I am now in class. This is a decision that I've made.
You hear, sit down, Mr. Reddish.
Are there any seats immediately next to me?
Yes.
Are they occupied?
No.
All right, then I immediately sit down in the nearest one.
Okay. Aurora, you're going to get in class too?
Yeah, I was going to go quieter than that.
You can still totally try to sneak.
Okay.
Yeah, just sneak behind Theodoric.
I'm going to attempt to. Let's see what I get.
Have I made enough of a distraction for them?
I got a 21.
Oh, you literally, you somehow swoop right in right behind him. What about you, Dorman?
Well, I suppose if the cool kids like Theodoric are gonna go to class,
that is the judgment of cool.
I'll probably, I want to be cool and fit in, so I'll probably go to class. But I'll do it in the only way that Dorman has ever skipped a class. He's still in the class technically, where I will summon my familiar, which is a little frog. Not even a cute frog, like just like a cane toad, like just the ugliest, widest frog toad, and it'll hop in and jump up on a desk, and I will just like scurry down the hall feeling badass, and then use my mind link with my familiar to just watch the class from not in the class.
What is the name of your familiar?
Ooh, I should have thought of one, but now I'm gonna do it on the spot. Here we go.
Hopperson.
Humphrey.
Humphrey Hopperson.
Humphrey, the cane toad, the big toad.
Oh, those are so big.
Yeah, they truly are.
They're so big.
Have I met Humphrey before?
I feel like probably, yeah. I've probably had Humphrey out
I use Humphrey as like a paperweight / bookmark sometimes.
Because what I really want to do, because we're at the back of the class, is pick Humphrey up and put him on my head so that you've got a better view of the professor.
Yes. I'm here for this.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Salmari, are you changing your mind or are you still ditching?
I'm gonna wait outside the classroom for them.
Okay.
I'm like still skipping, but I'm not.
But you're
leaving
doing it in like
there.
the least rebellious way possible.
I figure I might be able to just like listen in, but I've already made up my mind. It's the last day of school before we
Okay.
get our assignment.
Okay.
Gonna do
As you
it.
guys settle in for class, it's another. We'll say you guys have kind of, and with HeilStrung, you don't take every single class every single day. It's kind of like essentially a university where you take maybe a class once a week, twice a week, 3 times. Some classes you take every day. But this is much more of a lecture setting class, so it's a couple hours long, droning on about, oh, yes, everybody's different, but remember, you cannot drink more than your bodies allow of potions before you are hurt, incredibly anguished in pain. The lecture just goes on to continue just about like knowing your body's limits, just say no to more than what your body can handle. Don't mix your potions. Don't potion and horseback ride. Just stuff like that. Make good choices with potions. They tell you potions before elixirs never sicker. Elixir before potions, you're in the clear. Just kind of stuff like that. And then class is dismissed. Yeah. Let me see. How do I want to do this? Hold on. Yeah. So class is kind of dismissed. The three of you technically, I guess, are in the class exit. And you see Salmari kind of sleeping on her hand, resting against the wall a little bit. As you guys come out of the class.
I'll poke Salmari.
Oh,
Class
done.
is done. Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Have
Cool.
an
Cool.
invigorating radish. It'll wake you up.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well,
Because it is probably about lunchtime, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close. You guys have about an hour or so to kill
Or radishes.
for lunch. Or kill radishes, yes.
does
No, we're not
anybody
gonna
know
kill
if
the
they serve
radishes?
eggs
We're gonna eat
for
the
lunch?
radishes.
Do what?
Does anybody know if they serve eggs for lunch in the cafeteria?
I'm sure we can find some.
Yeah. Have you not been to the cafeteria yet?
Listen, I didn't want to say this on our last day, but they keep telling me that they mailed me my class syllabus. So every class I've ever been to, I just kind of walked in and took that class. Like I've learned stuff, but I don't know where anything is.
Okay. Well, let's go get some lunch. We'll take you to the cafeteria.
Okay.
It is
You guys-
honestly like so cool that you just like live your life, you like just like walk around and like do that. I mean, that's so cool.
I promise you this is not by choice.
Wow.
Listen, you guys do not have to escort me. I'm totally fine. I can probably stumble into some secret corridor and fall into the cafeteria. I mean, it worked okay last time. You guys do your own thing. I'll be okay.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah, we're heading to the cafeteria anyway. You might as well come along.
Okay. I trust you guys. You're all my best friends.
So you guys start making your way towards the cafeteria. Let's see. You see a few students pass by here and there.
I give them all finger guns.
They don't even pay attention.
Hey there, Tommy. Okay, good talk.
That social etiquette book is really working, Dorman. I'm impressed. This is great.
Yeah, the first chapter was finger guns.
You're really pulling it off.
Uh,
Thanks.
let me have Samri and Aurora roll perception checks, please.
A 6.
Okay.
A plus.
Quality roll.
Single rolls all the
Dirty
time.
20.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
I'm
Fuck.
over here like we're in a building.
Yeah. There is a building around us.
I'm standing outside potions class. That's what I know.
As you guys are making your way down the hall.
I'm following her
Uh,
and just like peeling the radish that I was given. That's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Peeling the radish.
You have no idea.
Is
I
that
don't
an
even know.
innuendo? Is that an innuendo? It's a new innuendo.
No.
Just peeling the radish.
Radishes don't have a
Peeling the
skin.
radish.
Yeah, they do. They're red.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So by default and by transitive property, Jared is a radish.
It's true.
Yet
My
more
secret
reason
is
for me to
unveiled.
love Jared without reservation.
What you don't know is actually Dorman is a sentient radish held up by Mage Hand, and actually is going to be Theo's ultimate god.
Bow to me.
Don't force me down that path because I will run down that path as fast as I can.
Oh, we will force you down that path. No lube.
Come to me, Radish God.
So now, with that dirty 20, real quick, you guys are all kind of single file line moving around, passing a few students here and there. None of them really seem to be paying you guys any attention. Everyone's kind of going about their business. With that dirty 20 perception, you see constantly every time as you try to take, as you're turning, Aurora. God, that is really loud in my ear. Hold on.
Is it the music or the
No, the music.
Say, how loud are you burping over there?
Really loud. I can hear all your judgmental eye stare. Or I guess in Lynn's chance, I only get one eye, because cross-eyed. Heyo.
I'm not cross-eyed anymore.
No, Lynn, ignore him.
So
We
mean.
love you, both of
Here,
your eyes.
hold on, Lynn. I love you, but I'm gonna give you enough to look at. There you go.
Wow.
So mean.
Hey DM, can you make a death saving throw for me?
Sure, why not? Oh, nat 20. DM wins. I win
Oh,
D&D.
I bet you did.
How about a campaign saving throw?
Nat 20, because you all love me. And you can watch me the entire time.
Finger guns.
So as you keep turning a corner, Aurora, you're about like 3-4 steps ahead of everyone else. Just kind of, you seem to kind of always be that far ahead of everyone, just naturally, and kind of what already's kind of been your role as a Tempest cleric here in the school. That Tempests are kind of seen as not the de facto leaders, but they're definitely the ones to kind of always be in the front lines. So you just kind of naturally fall to the front. But every time you turn a corner, you kind of look ahead to kind of figure out where you're going. And every time as you turn a corner, you see a flash of a rose pink, just a hue of faint rose pink kind of dip into another hallway, just a few hallways down every time. And as you guys continue making your way to the lunchroom, and with that, shall we take a quick little break for if anyone needs a bathroom or whatever, grab some snackage? I'm going to grab a little bit of food myself. And we can meet back in like 10 minutes. That work for everybody? 10, 15?
Works for me.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back at 9:45.
I will continue to sit here paying
Okay.
strict attention until everyone returns.
Perfect. I'm going to mute and stop my audio real quick.
No, actually, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to go get some snacks or something.
I keep snacks by my desk. It's a problem. Would you stop it?
That's smart.
I have all of my snacks here, but like I don't want to seem like the lame kid that's like, I'm gonna stay in class over lunch.
Oh, I'm over here like eating coconut things. My cat's also here on my desk, and I know what he wants. And it's
Does he also want coconut things?
No, he wants to lay right here.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
right here.
That's the cat spot.
Are you at a standing desk, or are you standing
I'm
right
sitting.
now? Okay.
No, I'm sitting.
Wouldn't that be the most intense D&D campaign, as if you were standing the entire time?
My friend has one, and like it's also adjustable, so you can go from sitting to standing pretty easily. And I want that. I have desires.
I would stand. That's a power move.
It
to
is.
Stand. And,
Yeah, I
like,
rolled a 1. What about it?
I would also like the ease of being able to play with frame, which is one of the funniest things about video calls, is just like you can just like I rolled a 1.
Yeah, like
That's pretty good.
I suppose Theo would be more believable if at any given time this was all you could see of him.
Both of you, right?
Help me out, man. What race are you again? I cannot remember.
Yeah, I'm a gnome.
A
I'm a
gnome.
little.
Okay. Like for whatever reason, I thought you were a human, and it was like, is he just a really short human? And I've forgotten.
Yeah, I'm a 3 foot tall human, regular human, 3 feet tall. I have to remember, how tall am I actually? I think I'm even less. I'm not even 3 feet tall. I'm 2'11".
Oh,
Oh.
but do you still claim 3 feet?
Yeah, I mean, on my horse riding license, it says 3 feet, so
On my horse license. It's probably a pony, right? There's no way it's a full-size horse. It's like a toy pony, like a miniature pony.
It's a dog. It's
It's a dog. It's a
the-
horse.
It's a mastiff. Is
Yeah.
what it is.
It's a riding mast. It's a Shih Tzu. It's not even a big dog. It's a
It's a Shih
small dog.
The toad's about the size of your mount.
I ride Humphrey, actually.
I love Humphrey as the name of your toad, by the way.
Thank you. I came up with
man.
it literally just then. I also didn't know he was going to be a toad until just then.
I one day hope to be able to purchase a Humphrey t-shirt with one of Humphrey's classic catchphrases written on the back.
Humphrey, so cane toads always look just so mad. And I
Yeah.
think it's because they just they know what they look like, and they're just like, fuck me. I mean,
Can't believe
Christ.
I'm stuck in this shit.
They like secrete poison. Like that's their main form of defense is if you bite them, you'll die. I mean, they'll also die.
Aren't they also really big?
Yeah, they can be very big.
What if you bite each other and nobody dies? Well, that's kinky.
They can be like very, very big. Like I'm talking like dinner plate, like dice
Big
tray
boys.
sized.
Big boy.
While we're kind of sitting here, can I working at a hospital,
Are you in Utah?
I am, yes.
What hospital are you at?
Intermountain Medical Center.
Which one? Murray?
Yes.
I'm in South. I'm in Orem.
Okay.
That's why I was asking.
Although seriously, Lynn, your voice sounds super familiar. Have we interacted before?
I don't know.
I think you suffer from famous voice.
Oh no.
Like
Uh-oh.
like your voice sounds like it would be it
I've
sounds like something I may have heard on the radio once.
Well, I was
or-
going to say I did voiceovers at the U for their School of Music. So if
Oh,
you ever
that-
went to like a symphony thing or anything at the University of Utah, you might have heard it.
Yeah.
That might be it.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I did my master's at the U. So yeah, and I was friends with the tech professor that did all the audiovisual. So I did some of the voiceovers for the symphony.
Also, you have a master's degree?
I do.
I'm so outclassed right now. What is it in?
In vocal performance. So I actually sing with Utah Opera too, when it's not COVID times.
When COVID times stop, can you let us know when your shows are so we can come see them?
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Jared can't come because
I mean, he could,
he's
but-
lame.
Yeah, it is true. I am lame. That is the only reason.
The only reason is because I'm lame.
It's not that I'm across the country.
I don't know why that's stopping you.
Yeah, man. If I'm willing to fly out there just to give you a hug and a classy bundle of radishes, you should be. By the way, I just want to promise right now, my character arc does include many important points that do not have radishes involved, but I am somewhat defined at the beginning. And also, I had a bunch of radishes today, so it's on the
I
brain.
love it. I think that's great.
You get honestly picking one thing and then just going with it is one of the funniest things just of all time. It's you're not even calling back to it because you are always it. It's not a callback to radishes. It's only radishes.
It's nice though to have something like that, I think, for our character, because there's always something you can fall back on.
Right. Yep.
I may or may not have watched some videos of like how to be a good player. Obviously I took all the advice with a grain of salt because I want to be the player I want to be. But there was one thing they suggested of like, always let your character have a thing. And so I was like, okay, he can be sweet, stupid, and love radishes. And
there you go.
You know, that's going to be his thing.
The thing that I found, so I've played and DM'd like almost equal amounts probably. But when I play, I used to build characters that were like cool. And then I was like, it's not fun to play a character that's cool. Because then if I fuck up, it's like, well, now I'm not cool. But if I play a character who is uncool and I succeed, it's dope.
Yeah.
And if I fail, it's just on brand. So now I just play a bunch of characters who are shit at the things that they should be good at. And then every once in a while I'll succeed and everyone's like, oh my God, they did it. And it's like, cool. But whenever I fail, they're like, oh, that makes sense.
Like,
you're
the
playing
the tent was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I can already tell that this is going to be a little bit of an interesting campaign for me because all of you are so goddamn funny, and I'm having a really hard time keeping a straight face. I don't know if any of you have noticed.
I keep turning my mic off because I'm like, I can't do this. It's gonna be like ugly snorting over here, like.
Yeah. There was a few
it.
times that I had to mute it, especially with Jordan's voice. And then Jared's voice.
Oh man.
I almost snorted a few times. I was like, nope, gotta close.
I was trying to like think. I was like, do I want to play do I want to go hard, like double down on the nerd, or do I want to like throw some subversion in there and do like an accent that's not normally smart? And I was like, fuck that, I'm going full nerd.
He's going deep.
At some point, the campaign will be called Revenge of Dorman.
It had. Oh, I am so into a subplot line where we find one of Dorman's like nemesis and like hunt them down, and it ends up being like the book that gave him the most paper cuts, and we just viciously destroy it.
Is it a sentient book?
Like a sentient evil book that purposefully caused all the paper cuts.
Yeah.
To protect its knowledge.
It hurt
It's
me.
the phylactery for a lich.
The knowledge lich.
I don't know why he picked a book. It was kind of a mean thing to do. I really like books. And he picked
even
a
some
book.
light-
I've never met a book I didn't like.
Even some light rain in the phylactery is just completely destroyed.
So she's
I
like,
can
I
do
did
that.
not. I did not plan
Yeah,
for
we've
that.
got a tempest quick.
I can
horrific.
rain some lightning down on it as well.
We're doing this plot line. I don't
Are
care
we?
how
Are
many
we?
heads I've gotta
Paper
put down.
protector, like the page protectors can't save it. It's gonna be fully immersed.
He's got it in a binder with plastic sleeves. Oh, my spell book is for sure a binder with plastic sleeves.
It's not just any
And-
binder. It's like the 1980s Trapper Keeper.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you also wear a button-up shirt underneath the sweater vest, and there's
Oh.
definitely like a pocket protector in there.
Oh yeah. Oh
Do you
yeah.
have a thick
Hell yeah.
Franklin Covey day planner?
Oh,
It's an accordion folder. Like
let me just look through my Rolodex.
It's like every 15 minutes you have like a thick stack of papers of everything you've got to do for that 15 minutes.
So for this next 15 minutes, I have to go to the bathroom. While I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going to write my thesis paper for toxicology.
Oh, I love everything about your character. I can't stop laughing.
It's
I'm
so
so
good.
sorry I gotta do this.
Just you killed him. You
He's
killed
gone.
him. Brian, if you're with us, make a death saving throw, please.
I just buried him in a pile of radishes.
My
Call it a
hands are
day.
so sweaty I can't pick up my dice.
Love it.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Uh,
okay now. I promise.
Okay. Otherwise, your body's going to be fertile land for the radishes. Oh, this is great. The gift for us.
Finger
Oh.
guns.
Finger guns.
Finger guns.
Please, Jared, I'm saying it now. Please, finger guns be flavor for magic missiles in combat.
Yes.
Finger guns. Hey there, Dante. Pretty cool. Finger guns. The book didn't say anything about saying finger guns when you do it, but I think it adds a little flair. Finger guns.
Oh,
Can the actual magic missiles also be his little hands in the finger gun position?
and it's just
Shooting out.
poking.
it's just like little bullets of his like fingertip.
Damn it. Okay. No.
You ready?
I'm in it. I'm focused.
All right, everyone, roll initiative. No, just kidding.
Oh shit.
I know you're good. I like real facts. I don't have any combat plan for this session yet. Maybe I could just throw a whim and throw a beholder. I don't know yet. Let's see what the night brings. It's young. Let's
We
take
are
the
in
He's a
sound effect.
beholder.
We
You
are
may
in a
not have-
cave.
Jared understands the whole beholder thing. It's a thing with Mitch, our DM of the podcast, all the time. Surprise beholder. Never happens. And then the one time it's gonna happen, we're gonna be like, yeah, you're full of shit.
No, it's actually a beholder. You should run.
And you're full of eye beams.
Oh, you didn't take me seriously. Well, you're
Yeah,
dead
you
Have you
now.
died.
heard of the spell disintegrate? Oh, you haven't.
Let me tell you how it works.
Oh man.
Well, how many hit points do you have? Oh,
None.
well, it's not
None.
that anymore.
I
Love it.
picked the wrong day to stop smoking cigars.
Since session 0, I've been trying to find a voice for this campaign, and I could not. So she's very quiet. I couldn't find one that I could keep consistently. Like, it was not happening.
As
Love
I
long
it.
as
just
your
always assume it's
inconsistencies-
thunderous all the time.
Well, I
Yeah.
could I couldn't hold it. Like, I could not
Ah.
get it back once I lost it.
That's
Once
okay.
it was gone, it was gone.
can always do what I do and talk in your character voice just randomly throughout the day.
I was
That's how
trying
I'm able to
to.
keep Yuri so much during the podcast.
I was trying to, and it didn't work. And the dogs would look at me weird. The child was looking at me weird.
It's a D&D thing you wouldn't understand.
Right?
I'll tell you when you're older.
When you can do complicated basic math for a fictional game, I'll tell you all about it.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so you got ready? Or is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
Maybe? Question mark?
Exclamation point. Semicolon.
Yeah.
Asterisk. Period. dot. Ellipses. What was the thing you said you were going to add on the hall pass?
An
Oh,
umlaut.
the
The umlaut at the
umlaut.
double.
That it. Yeah.
The umlaut too.
Okay. Where were we? Okay, so cafeteria. That's right.
What
'cause
would that
it's the
make it?
lunchtime.
What would that make it? HeilStrung. HeilStrung.
Strung.
String.
It's
Yeah.
Strew.
So really, that's kind of how I
Yeah.
pictured Annette saying it. So you can totally say it that way, and it'll still be right.
Welcome to HeilStrung.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a wee
Because I mean, it is
bastard, aren't you, Dorman?
Heil. So
HeilStrung.
yes.
It makes it sound Scandinavian.
I get
Instead of
German
German,
vibes,
It
but
feels
I
like.
was gonna say.
What?
Austrian, German.
yeah.
Well, it
Austrian.
definitely is like a German, but it's
But
the
yeah, no, I can see
string.
So since we're recording,
Strung.
because Mitch will see this,
Strudel.
I want to tell my wholesome
Hogan,
Hitler
Hogan.
joke.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I promise it's wholesome as shit. It's wholesome as
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
How
Dragon
tall?
Steph trusts you.
How tall was Hitler, and where did he live?
I don't know.
He
Also,
was
this will never
Alex
air, so
tall.
no one will actually see me tell this joke. He was this tall.
Oh!
He lived over there.
That's terrible.
Ouch.
Isn't that? It's good. It's wholesome Hitler.
It is.
It isn't bad.
I'm recorded listening to that joke.
I blackmail on all of you. Success.
I don't think that's how it works. I have blackmail worse on you.
You're the
I'm not praising Hitler for what he did. He was a
Oh,
horrible
Dear
guy.
Chevron.
Well, I don't work for Chevron, so it's okay.
I'll
It's
go
all
on
right, dear
record.
gas companies in general.
I work for the
Let
gas
this
company.
in.
Do you think they're going to care if I somehow had made a racist comment? They're
They're
concerned.
gas company.
They're like, how could you, as they're dumping barrels of oil into the Grand Canyon?
Oh no,
This
we
is
care
disgusting.
so much.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, me, the Koch brothers, known for my liberal tendencies, and
Didn't one of them die?
We can only imagine.
I think one of them may have died.
I
Recently?
would hope so.
I think it's just the Koch brother now.
Oh no.
the saddest sequel.
Koch brothers 2.
Two
one
brothers.
Of us is dead.
Two brothers.
It's two brothers.
It's two brothers. Okay. Where are we? Oh, cafeteria. So, Mitch,
Cafeteria.
hear that?
Get
Please
my
don't hate
eggs.
me for that joke. It was out of love, and it was a wholesome joke.
We don't love you, Jordan. We don't love you. We don't hate you. Freudian slip there. We love you, Jordan. You're our DM, and we want cool loot. from
That's
you.
fine if you do. The person I'm telling the joke that I'm worried about is a Jewish DM of our podcast.
Did you not hear what he was talking about on the live?
No.
I didn't.
He said, because he was talking about how people were asking the questions like if Germany won or who won, and a girl said Germany, and he said I would not be here if Germany won.
True. And he did refer to himself going to not seminary, but whatever. He calls it Jew school when he was
Synagogue.
younger. Synagogue, yeah, Jew school. So that was pretty funny.
It is
So I
Jew
think
school.
your joke will be all
I
right.
do go to Jew school before the mitzvah.
All right, now
I grew
segue.
up with a bunch of Jews. They're great.
So I can say it. I grew up.
Say it.
I know a bunch of Jewish people.
All
Many of my friends are Jewish American.
Many of my friends are Jewish.
Mitch, I am so sorry for all of this.
We love you, Mitch. You're a wonderful person, and you're like really attractive, and your muscles are really big.
I mean, have you
and
seen
we
him?
like
He's
looking at
British,
you.
so he's not that attractive.
Ooh.
Don't listen to him. British people
You
are
are
hot.
the greatest DM ever. Do not hurt us.
Hey, fucking excuse me?
I'm
Oh,
right here.
yeah.
No, he's way better
You're
than me.
gonna hurt us
He's way better than
anyways.
me. You're good.
Yeah,
I am
Dorman,
going
the
to
world's greatest DM.
emotionally devastate all. Because real facts. So real facts about me. Little pause before we continue. I know we've gotten off so much, but I am the worst at like when I buy someone a gift. I am just so overly excited to tell them what it is. So like I have so much shit of like background shit, ways I've tied you all fucking together, ways I'm gonna devastate your characters and build your characters up.
No.
I want to spill it all out and I can't. And I hate it.
Yeah.
So
I avoided your TikTok for a reason.
welcome to playing as Gunark.
I was about to
oh
bring
dude,
up
don't
the
even get me
TikTok.
started on Gunark.
I avoided it. I saw it. I was like, nope. Scroll. I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna go.
That's what I did.
You were gonna listen.
I have no
But I
TikTok,
didn't.
so I'm impervious to your spoilers.
I know.
I get my TikTok the old-fashioned way, the newspaper.
You mean the clock? Heyo!
No.
I get my TikTok the old-fashioned way by Kesha. Is that who?
Ooh, classic 2013 reference.
Love it. It's not a phase, Mom. It's a lifestyle.
The
I mean,
party
you
don't stop.
Brush your teeth with alcohol.
I mean, that's the go-to, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Every night.
When I leave for the night, I ain't coming back. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
That's
be
all I'm
nice
saying.
to your kitty.
He likes it, dude. He's purring right now.
The purr is a defense mechanism.
And then there's this. Wait, hold on, can I do it?
Can't see with your arm in the way.
I just forcing my finger into his mouth.
You'll do it to your cat, but you won't do it to me, Jordan. I don't understand the signals that you're giving me.
The signals are
Puppy!
puppy. Yeah. Oh, a puppy!
By the end of this
Oh,
I
campaign,
got him.
we're gonna have so many pets. Let me just say, we got Humphrey already.
And then my little guy's behind.
I don't
my
know
chair.
if I was gonna say no one's seen. I don't know if we've seen Salmary's snake yet.
It's hanging out in the room.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you guys get to the cafeteria. Do you split up to go like save a table? Do you guys all get in line for lunch? What do you guys want to do?
I'm getting in line for lunch.
I do not get in line. I go to wherever the eggs are because I'm small as a halfling. I feel like my whole life I've been small enough to just kind of walk to the front of the line and nobody really notices.
True. Give me a perception check there, Theo.
Perception check. I wasn't actually going to tell you guys this, but it took me about half an hour to actually remember that I had to have my character sheet here. So that is a 19.
Okay, you somehow surprisingly find yourself pretty easily to what looks like eggs.
What style of eggs are they? Are they scrambled, fried, poached, over easy, deviled?
Seem to be scrambled eggs.
Seem to be scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Are there plates nearby?
Yeah, there's plates.
Okay, I start loading up at least 3 plates full of scrambled eggs.
Okay. All right.
And then I head off to I look for Samri because I feel like she's the most recognizable to wherever they ended up.
Okay, Samari's still in line.
Then I go back and I stand in.
I'm just gonna look down at you and be like, "Where did you?"
Samra, can you direct me to where I can put down? These are surprisingly hot. Like I can hold them, but
Where-
it's warm.
How'd you get them?
What
Theo,
the
When did you
just
leave?
get a chair. Just go sit at a table.
Okay.
I feel like we
Torment, there
probably
you
have
are.
a regular
Okay.
table we aim for too.
It's the table in the corner that's like absolutely just the closest to where like the monitor of the cafeteria stands.
I honestly, I feel like we're like the biggest misfits in like the entire cafeteria. Like we're just a ragtag of.
I think Dorman
Random-
for the first couple of years tried to sit at the jock table and it just didn't work. He didn't get why, but they kept moving which table that the jock table was whenever he sat there. And so he just kind of found his own table later on.
I find my way over to where Thorman is, having briefly forgotten and then remembering that we have a regular table that we sit at.
Perfect. What is everyone's passive perception?
13.
Okay.
Also 13.
Okay.
15.
What is yours, Aurora?
Mine's 15.
15. Okay. Grump face. What's yours?
Oh, I see it. I haven't played Fifth Ed in so long. Help.
It is
Are you on-
under your
are you on D&D
saving
Beyond?
throws.
Yes.
It's under your saving throws. Or are you on just the main screen, not
It's on
in?
the main screen.
So it will be to the left of on your character sheet
Ah.
if you're on the full page.
14.
14. Okay. So all of you guys with your passive perception, you're not sure if like you're late to lunch or if different lunch periods, but the lunchroom is surprisingly empty. You see, now that you kind of look around a little bit, you're not even really sure you see teachers around like serving the lunch. You just kind of got it yourself and sat down, kind of fell into the motions.
Theo's sitting there dual handing these
Say fisting.
double fisting
Good job.
these scrambled eggs into his mouth, and he kind of stops and he looks around, and Theo is not how do I want to say this? Theo's not an idiot. He just takes a second and he's looking around and he's seeing that like a lot of people seem to be missing, and he has a flashback to the dream of feeling like he was almost somebody saying something about taking somebody, and he starts to think, I wonder if these things are connected. And that's as far as he gets.
So all you say out loud is, I wonder if these things are connected.
I'm going to say he was talking out loud the entire time without realizing it. Of like, that weird dream. People getting taken. Everybody's gone. I wonder if they're connected.
But like, you said we get in line. Is there anybody in front of us? Is there food available?
There's food.
There's food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm just grabbing food and sitting down. I'll probably sit down right at the tail of Theodore, saying his spiel.
Okay.
And like, I turn to Samri and I say, did it feel like there are significantly fewer people here today? Like, an unusual amount?
I'll look around. There are many empty chairs and empty tables.
How would we...
Where
you
is
happen to have
everyone?
Did you, has Aurora, have you also gotten food and joined us at the table?
Yeah, Yeah, and I grabbed food like right after Somri did, and then headed to the table too.
We didn't really talk about this, but did you guys have a weird dream last night?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was sent to the library.
Yeah,
Is
that's
there-
why I'm sweaty. No other reason.
I just washed my hands. That's why they're wet. No other reason.
You're not sweaty. You just have kind of a natural gleam about you. A
Oh,
dripping
thank you.
gleam. And can I cast my light cantrip to like illuminate some of his sweat so that it just looks like he has a gleam?
Absolutely.
I learned it from Humphrey.
A handsome toad, to be sure. Can we? Is it like? So, for time's sake, I just kind of describe what of the dream I can remember. Something about a raven queen and someone shouting about how they can take him or grab us or something like that. I'm a little hazy on the details, but it's like I'm wondering if that has something to, maybe I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like previously I was worried because I like just kind of a natural state, but now I'm feeling that it's getting to a more specific of just being anxious that people got kidnapped.
I'll try and fill in some of the details of the dream just to see if it resonates with Theodoric.
Okay.
In mine, he said when twilight ends, he awakens. Does that sound familiar?
No. I don't know.
It's
Oh.
okay. It's hard to remember sometimes. I do have a question for the rest of you. I didn't go into class. Was everybody in class acting normal?
Ooh, was everybody in class?
Was the class full?
Roll a history check.
I'm proficient in history. Five.
5.
Do I need to roll a history check?
Everybody that wants to try to recall about potions class.
Okay.
Humphrey,
See.
my boy. Humphrey didn't come through.
10.
Wouldn't it?
I got 10.
Okay.
Wouldn't it still be you if you were using his eyes?
Yeah, even so, I got
Yeah.
a 9.
Real facts. I love how like not really spoiler thing. Like these rolls that honestly could literally give you big fucking information. You guys are fucking failing on. I love it. As you guys kind of
I
try
was
to,
half asleep
so
listening to the droll.
you guys think back about potions class and or toxology class, and you feel like you're pretty sure there was a full class. Like it's kind of weird. You try to remember, and it's hazy, actually.
Oh, I don't remember, and that's weird because we literally just came from that class a couple of minutes ago.
I don't remember anybody following us out.
Yeah, I can't remember. I was just so hyper focused on getting to lunch. So
Could one of you do me a favor and punch me in the face? I don't know if I'm still asleep.
Okay, I'll slap you, but I won't punch you.
yeah.
Okay, Aurora, roll an attack.
Okay.
Could you roll with advantage because I'm not trying to dodge it?
Yeah, you can roll
On
with
our-
advantage.
Okay, unarmed strike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just damage.
Well, roll an attack roll with advantage first.
Okay. Let's see. Well, that was a 6. Let's see. With advantage. I got another 6.
Oh my goodness.
No.
You just swing and a miss. Like it grazes, like it doesn't even contact, it goes right in front of your face, Theo.
It's like
Well-
you're trying to back up from it at the same time.
Yeah.
You were a little
I'm sorry.
scared. She's a little
Knee-jerk
intimidated.
reaction. I'm sorry. Knee-jerk reaction. I apologize.
And don't worry, I've got this.
I roll up my sleeves.
Okay, here we go. Big wind up.
And the pitch.
I got a 12.
That is my armor class. Does that jar me out of anything?
I did 1 point of damage to your temporary hit points.
Theo,
Uh-huh.
roll me a sanity check.
Oh no.
19.
Okay. Hold on. This is for you and your eyes only.
This slaps.
Okay, how okay, this is to
I am so
You made him
scared
go
right
insane, Dorian.
now. That's mighty powerful.
I don't know
hand you
what's in
got
your
there.
hand. I don't know what's in your hand, but
talks amongst yourselves in character while I text Theo what happens.
I enlightened him with my magical,
who's your deity?
my deity. Well, I
Yeah.
don't really have a deity.
Then you
know,
slapped science into him, just like
I slapped knowledge, straight facts into his head.
love that. Perfect.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Am I making sense to anybody?
Oh my God, you're doing great.
That's so good.
Theo, I think you need one of your radishes.
I'm postulating the existence of ducks. It's all coming together finally.
Would you
Oh,
rather
my.
fight a horse-sized duck or 20 duck-sized horses?
The horse-sized duck, so that I may control it and ride it into battle. We will fight the greatest bred opponents of all time.
See, here's the thing about that question, right? If I'm fighting, like, for a regular human, fighting something the size of a horse is pretty scary because it's bigger than you. But, like, fighting a bunch of things the size of a duck when I am less than 3 feet tall is way scarier than if you're a real, like, 6 foot tall person. Like, that's 20 things that are almost the same size as me. That's very scary.
That is very true. That is very true.
Like if I fight the horse-sized duck, I could like use it probably moves slower in comparison because it's just so much bigger. Like a horse is just enormous.
What if, and I don't know if this is the temporary genius or the radish is talking, but what if you like dressed up as a roll and like got eaten by the duck and attacked it from within?
Hmm.
Maybe.
I'm putting that on my list of things to research.
So you see Theo rubbing his eyes and he goes, "Oh shit."
Stars?
I had I'm remembering pieces of the dream that I don't know. I saw a bunch of like people, but they weren't like people. They were all like gray and gross, and there was a giant red thing. It looked like a stone. I don't really know, and they had like tentacles coming off of their faces.
Jared, that reaction was
know. I'm
Or
worried.
Were they people we knew? You know?
I do not. I don't. I don't know anybody with gray skin. That's just. I mean, I'm usually more outdoors.
Were they outdoors, or were they in where we are now?
I don't remember. There was. I don't remember.
Hmm.
They weren't good.
Should I slap him again?
Couldn't hurt.
Sure.
No, it actually could hurt. Like, that's the whole point.
Listen, all I'm saying is that I think that there's something here. Or some I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting to get nervous.
Are you still eating your eggs while you're doing this?
I have
Oh,
finished my eggs.
Okay. Hold on. Let me type you another thing real quick.
I'm gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw for the eggs. Yeah, see, now we're all silent because we're terrified.
See, Jared, like,
yeah.
I know.
Mm.
Do you though? Do you?
Do I?
I love that the first campaign I get to play in happens to include the one enemy I hoped never to face.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out who amongst us would have studied monsters the most.
It's gonna be Dorman.
Remember.
Any of this sound familiar to you, Dorman? You're knowledgeable as fuck.
Between Dorman and I, could I assist for a roll?
Are you proficient in history?
I am.
I know you are.
Oh.
I am.
Yeah, you can both roll, or Dorman can roll with advantage.
I'll assist you.
Okay. Ooh, that was a good roll. And the advantage. Awesome. Even better. Okay. That is a total of 24.
Oh.
Okay. So you're using your history check for what exactly?
See if I can recall any creatures with gray skin and tentacles on their face.
Okay. You don't recall anything about any tentacled creatures other than like sea monsters. Outside of that, nothing too much. You recall snakes and things like that, things that slither and slime. As for gray-skinned creatures, you remember reading about things like Goliaths, different types of vampires, all very briefly written stuff. You do recall reading something in a few different scattered side notes about a possible new race just recently discovered, according to the text you've read, that are able to shapeshift at will. And their natural state is gray skinned, silver hair, white eyes, but almost anyone who's ever lived to see that form is definitely dead by now. But most of the time, they blend in so perfectly that a detect magic spell can't tell them from anything. And you remember the phrase create know yourself and your friends in ways no one could possibly replicate is a phrase that constantly sticks out in your mind when you're recalling about these creatures.
As he's remembering this, I am just violently gagging and spitting up all of the eggs and like pushing the plates away.
Theo,
Hmm.
are you all right?
No. No. They weren't eggs. It was some sort of sludge. I think something's terribly wrong here.
Have everyone roll a perception check, please. Or actually, I lied. Do a sanity saving throw for me.
Are we proficient in sanity saving throws?
No, you are not.
It's just a straight 20.
No, we get a +3.
You just get your +3.
Okay.
Dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
And also, what happened to the tunes?
Is it not going?
23.
I can hear it.
Oh,
No,
why can't I hear it?
I can't hear it either.
Weird. Are you guys still in the listening party? Let's see.
I think I'm not. Let me see if I can jump back. Oh wait,
Yeah, it
I
says-
think
Says everyone's still in it.
that's so weird.
Yeah. It's a really quiet song though right now.
Oh, there it goes. I had to turn it up. I had it turned down from the music earlier. That would be why.
Sorry, I must have accidentally bumped myself off of it.
Oh, there we go. That's a better one.
I got a 13, by the way.
Okay.
I got a 19.
I
Okay.
got a 23.
Motherfucker. Of course.
Sorry.
You're good. Well, I'm really trying to think because truthfully, if you can't tell, some of these DCs are literally made up on the spot. So I'm just trying to think. Theo, you got a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Aurora,
Yeah,
you got a nat 20.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a thing I didn't mention with skill checks. If you guys get a natural 20, still go ahead and give me with the modifier as well.
Yeah.
Because I mean the DC could be super high. So okay, yeah. So all you guys fail except for Aurora. As Theo's kind of having this mild, little kind of schism about the eggs, you guys all just kind of close your eyes real quick, just to kind of like think back to your dream. Aurora, you too. And you kind of feel this weird electrical feel kind of shake over your body. And when you guys open up your eyes again, the cafeteria is totally full. Totally full of people talking, joyous laughter, and everything. Aurora, you're the only one that seems to still not see. For you, you see you're seeing people there, but it's like they're in a sense kind of glitching, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And it's only briefly.
okay.
It's ever so briefly. And none of you guys recall the classroom being or the cafeteria being empty.
Except for me, or
Yeah,
no?
Aurora, you have a very faint memory of like deja vu because like it comes back. You guys are Theo's talking about the dream a little bit. Dorman already slapped him. It's kind of like a big.
Are there
case.
eggs like all over the table?
Nope.
Okay.
There's
Are there
still
eggs in front of him?
Nope. All the eggs are gone.
Eggs are
The eggs are gone. There's the hook. Just kidding.
gone.
I'll look around at them. See, guys, this feels like deja vu. This was just empty. The whole cafeteria was just empty. We're just
No,
discussing
it wasn't.
this.
It's been this way the whole time.
No.
I mean, like, I appreciate your focus on our group and sometimes the world can feel empty, but like we're here for you during those times, and I don't want you to feel alone, even if you're in a crowded room.
Don't you remember we had to like fight our way through the crowd just to get in line for lunch?
Yeah. Listen, Aurora, like you know that I'm gonna believe anything. I am behind you 100%.
Okay, thank you. And I'll just stare like to try to figure out if it was actually something I seen or I was hallucinating.
Okay. The feeling of deja vu and like of remembering the cafeteria not being full is a very fleeting feeling. It was super brief, and whatnot. You guys finish up your oh, oof, sorry. Finish up your whatever food you guys have, and you see everyone else laughish, joyous. Kind of, you hear murmurs of the excitement of assignment day. You hear little whispers of like, "Oh, I wonder what weapon I'm gonna get. I wonder who's gonna be paired with me." You know, um, and lunch comes to an end, and you hear HeilStrung come over, get the magical intercom, and kind of announce, lunch is over. Make way to arena for the beginning of the assignment assessment ceremony. All those that are taking part in of a assignment assessment make way to the arena. Everyone else make way to the stands. Ceremony begins in 30 minutes.
All right, let's get at it. I have had my fill of, I mean, obviously not eggs that are not in front of me.
A side note, sorry, for everyone that failed that one sanity check just now, or the sanity saving throw, decrease your sanity just by 1.
The score or the modifier?
The score. So it will drop your
But it goes
modifier
to a
down.
2.
But yeah. And there's no chance of madness or anything like that on this.
Okay, I don't have it on my sheet. Where do I find it?
It's not actually on D&D. You have to keep track of it separate.
Okay.
So it started as a 16, so you would be at a 15
Okay.
now.
Well, I didn't fail that one.
Yeah, exactly. So you're still at a
Okay.
16.
Okay, I'll keep that. 16.
Huh?
I said she's still doing great. She's not losing her marbles.
Not yet. Not yet.
There's still time.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay.
Gunner, go play. Go. I don't want your bottle.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
30 minutes.
Listen, maybe we just go to. I don't know why we have these things in an arena. It seems strange, but do you guys want to just go to the arena?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I want to see what I get.
I bet they're gonna give me like gauntlets or like a big war hammer, and they'll be like, something like that for like how strong and like big I am.
Yeah.
You would look.
I
you
hope
look
it's the same
so
size as you.
awesome.
Like, I hope it is as big as you are tall.
I think you would look awesome with them.
Big.
I'm hoping for like a sun inside, like a little sun inside of a sphere, and I get to carry a little sun around with me everywhere.
That seems very powerful. Like, what if the sphere broke?
Well,
Would it be
then
really hot?
Probably
Well,
blinding.
I'm used to working outside.
Wait, does this mean you can grow radishes on the go? Totally here for this. Look.
And Theo immediately pulls out a little notebook I pull out a notebook and I start writing like a diagram of how to grow radishes in my pockets.
You could get a little pocket pot and grow it that way.
Of course.
A pocket greenhouse.
Bag of growing?
Oh, hey, Fred.
Oh,
How long does it take to get to the arena? Like, is it part of the school or is it disconnected, like a stadium kind of a thing? What are we looking at?
Is it deep down in the basement?
Give me a history check, Samri.
Can I give advantage on this one?
and
I'm gonna say
Theo,
no.
While you have
That's
your
fine.
pocket pot,
I
and
rolled
your
a
little sign,
25.
God
I-
fucking damn.
then I could
Okay.
make rain for it.
It's perfect. You could have like a little storm cloud over it, and I could put some light around it. It would get water and light at the same time.
There you go. Instant pocket radish.
Oh, this is perfect.
Trying to think how to describe this best. Okay, so as you were kind of recall your mind about the arena and stuff, you've been there. Like you've been. That's where you've always gotten into trouble when that person, that name, that
Koki.
Cookie.
Koki.
That's always just happens to be where you're at when Koki appears out of nowhere.
My nemesis.
But you never, as you think really hard about it, you're like, I know how to get there, but I don't know how to get there at the same time. Does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Okay. The best way I can, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that because if I try to explain it more, it's gonna just give shit away.
Yeah.
Like you're confident to get there, you can get there within 30 minutes, but you're just like, I'm not sure exactly.
About
Like
the
it's always
timing.
like when you replay your memories, it's always like you were leaving something and next was the arena. The next memory is literally the arena.
Okay.
Like that how you got there is just kind of not in your memory.
All right. Yeah, I think we should leave now.
Okay.
Seeing if I can't recall how long it takes.
We don't want to be late, especially since it's we're getting our items today.
Getting our items, maybe assignment. Being earlier is definitely better.
Always better.
Yeah, you don't want them to run out of the good items.
No.
We kind of already have our assignments, and I mean, I can make my hand light up, and I feel like that's a pretty good weapon.
The assignments is for outside the school.
Right. Finger guns.
Yes.
Finger guns.
As you guys are heading to the gym, you are walking down the hallways. You see a few students here and there, again, not really any of them paying you any attention. You hear more comments. Everyone seems to be going the same way you are. You guys turn a corner, and there is the headmaster, just kind of waving to everybody, kind of directing everybody. I can't even remember the voice I did for him now. Oh, my. He kind of looks around. My favorite 4 students here at HeilStrung Academy. How are you doing today? You ready for assignment here in the next, 15 minutes?
So sorry, headmaster. What did you call the academy?
HeilStrung Academy.
Okay. Sorry, for a second I thought you said HeilStrung. That would have been weird.
No, it's not even spelled remotely close to that. Now, however, speaking of HeilStrung, I did happen to find a hall pass with, do any of you know a Theodoric Radish? By chance?
Never heard of him.
He's got some explaining to do with this fake hall pass.
You know what? I think I saw him in the library in the complete opposite direction of where we are currently going, and he's vandalizing everything viciously.
Well, I'm sure old Herbert will get it handled, seeing as I'm the master of
killed
ceremony.
Herbert.
roll a deception check. I just
21.
Holy shit.
This is
Getting
my theme
lit.
now. This is my
Oh,
music.
What the fuck is? Who the fuck? One of y'all is fucking with the music. That's what it is.
Enrique
We
Iglesias. That's some
can't.
good stuff.
I hate you all. Because I can't even hear it. That's what's weird. Oh, god damn it. They're still using my Spotify, so like it jumps to fucking.
It can't because it just stopped all of a sudden, and now
Yeah.
I hit.
Oh, god. No, I don't
We
want
could listen to early 2000s music. The
I would
Hot
have
100.
I would have no
No,
problem.
it's all about atmosphere.
What about that?
That is atmosphere.
Yeah.
That's
You
like
wanna look
Sweaty's
Justin
2000
Timberlake
Club.
you want to look Justin Timberlake in the eye and tell him he's not atmospheric?
Okay. Okay. So you rolled a what on your deception?
21.
Okay, he just looks at you and kind of is like, you realize you're talking about Herbert, the toughest, albeit weirdest, dwarf this side of River Snake Valley.
No, I'm talking about Sherbert, the weird librarian who dances around and uses catchphrases that are so inappropriate for his age.
Now, Mr. Reddish, I know we've talked about this before. There is no one named Sherbert here.
Well, then who runs the library?
Herbert.
Listen, you need to get your librarian straight because you have at least 2 of them. I've met Sherbert before.
I promise you, I've only met one. Now, if you want a decent weapon of righteousness, I highly recommend you knock off the nonsense of claiming a faculty member is dead and head to the arena.
All right.
I've already left Theo because I'm not getting myself in trouble with him. He already doesn't like me.
What's the tallest part of the headmaster I can reach?
Like if you're just reaching your hand up?
No, specifically with my lips.
Oh my god. How tall is Theo?
Standard halfling. I don't know how tall halflings are. 3.5 feet tall.
Yeah, about, I think.
Oh my god.
Is it crotch height?
Yes.
Crotch height. All right.
Like belt buckle.
Okay. I give him a little peck on his hip as I pass by.
He just is frozen in like, what the fuck?
And remember, Theodoric Radish is a dangerous criminal. I, Theodoric Reddish, have never seen him.
Keep your eyes peeled. Now, hurry and go.
Yeah.
Ceremony's about to begin.
I follow Aurora in.
All right. Dorman and Salmer, you guys go ahead and head on
Oh,
in.
yes.
Okay. You guys go ahead and enter the arena. Yay! Sorry, GIF. You guys enter the arena. There's a few. You look about you, and surprisingly, this arena is huge. Like it's easily 40-foot diameter circle that you're in alone. There's a bunch of bleachers and of such all the way around. As you can see, it's starting to get packed and full. And the bleachers are just kind of out of sight to where you can see there's bodies in the chairs, but you can't like make out any distinguishing faces. And you watch as a few other people start to pile into the arena section that you guys are in as well. And you start to hear some loud music being played over, just kind of like elevator music. Not elevator music, but like waiting, like the HeilStrung fight song, essentially. Just kind of being played. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
It's so much shorter than I thought it would be.
It's more of I gotta like plan the next part. Like, to be honest.
That's great.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure I build your guys' weapons before I give them to you. So, because I still got
Okay.
to do that.
I'm glad. That's so exciting.
So, thoughts? Any speculation already? Because I would love to hear it.
Do you
Do you
guys do stars
want-
and wishes? I was going to ask. Have you ever done that before?
No.
I don't know what Stars and Wishes is.
Everybody gets a star and a wish, and you can award a star to anybody in the group for something that they did. It's just like I appreciated when somebody did this thing,